brand new episode of Black Otakus Culture. Been a long while, but we all had to take a little break because of life. You'll see the little differences. You see Cam, he got the views. He's legit like Drake out here living
this
views.
This ain't no green screen. This shit, that's real. That's real.
It's real, man. Like Cam out here leveled up, man. He's living on wax.
If you don't know God working, because nigga, we live in Chicago, my nigga. Cost of living out here is an arm and a leg. You see the views, man.
You see the views.
You see it, bro.
You see the views, G. So we're gonna let the boy flex, G. I'm happy for the man's G. Next land party at his house. Good luck getting there. That's all I'm gonna say. Good luck getting there.
Good luck finding parking. That's all I'm gonna say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But we all here. We all glad to be back. Got the boy DC on here. Trail Sav, his video's off, so he's Trail Sav as our boy.
Yo, I'm pissing right now, but and that's why I muted myself. But sorry, I can't see my face. My computer didn't let me log into Zoom for some apparent fucking reason. Keep telling me the password tweaking. Zoom, fix your shit. But other than that, man, what's up?
I swear, Zoom, fix your shit. We will go elsewhere to do our pods. G, stop playing with us. And we got, of course, Cam on here. Straight flex.
Yo.
All right, cool. But we're glad to be back. Glad to give you guys content. As always, make sure you copy some You Tweaking Media merch on Teespring. Stream our boy Chaz's new EP, Sacrifices. Dope stuff, dope music right there. He's working on his album, Do Rag Season. That's on the way as well. So let's go ahead and get into this episode because we got a lot to catch up on. We got two episodes of Wandavision to talk about. 2 episodes. So, and that involves the season finale, I think. So we'll get to that later. But quick reading, watching, and plan for each of us. Reading, we're gonna talk about all of it later. One Piece, My Hero, ReZero, all of that. So I'll talk about it later. Watching, I just want to say, matter of fact, hold on, man. I need it's the only thing I need to talk about is Promised Neverland, G. That's all I need to talk about real quick. Playing, all I did was play Spider-Man. I'm enjoying my time of my life with Spider-Man right now. But
it's that time, folks. Let's do it.
That time, G. I gotta talk about Promised Neverland. 2 episodes. These last 2 episodes, G. Booty butt cheeks. It's ruined. Oh. It's done. They ruined it, G. It's over with. They fucked it up, G. Me as the sole survivor of the group of being the Promised Neverland manga reader, finished the series and all, talked about it. Was it the greatest ending? No, not really, but I was satisfied. But my nigga, the anime said, nah, bro. We're gonna do our own thing. Cloverworks said, nah, bro. Horiyama is getting the A-team treatment. Promised Neverland getting the C-team treatment. It hurts. It hurts to see how they derive so horribly.
How did they deviate?
All right,
like how far did they go?
Let's start off with last week's episode. Last week's episode, pretty much they showed that Norman sent Emma and Ray off. Pretty much is like they're deriving, but also trying to stay a course. So Norman pretty much told Emma and Ray, hey, y'all go ahead and find Sanji and Musica and all of that. Bring them over, but I still want to kill them. I want to kill all these demons, matter of fact. So, this didn't happen in the manga. So, Norman and all the Lambda Lab kids that he's with, or the few that he's with, supposedly now they have Lambda AIDS. So, they're bleeding from the mouth and about to die.
Wait, what?
Oh, so the thing that makes them strong is killing them, basically?
Yes. That didn't happen in the manga. At all.
Yo!
Why are they doing that?
I don't know.
What's the point?
I don't know.
Yo, okay, let me tell y'all something, bro. This, from now on in the Black Otakus of the culture, whenever somebody say this shit on an anime adaptation, we call it fucking cap. because they saying that creator is involved in that in the fucking show. I'm calling cap. No, anytime somebody has ever said that shit, the show has been ass, bro.
And it goes
They
horribly wrong.
did.
So
Bro,
yeah, so Norman, the black dude Vincent, whatever the hell his name is, and the two other people. So they supposedly have AIDS. They're dying. So I don't know why. So that pissed me off. So then we go, and that was last
I
week's
have a theory.
episode.
I have
go
a theory
ahead.
though.
Go ahead.
I have a theory for that. I think what they're trying to do is create like an artificial, like, how would I explain this? They're trying to create an artificial threat, as in like, because maybe in the manga, like these kids were like freaking super kids, right? OP as hell, they could fight with demons, right? Now they have a timeline. They're about to die. So maybe now by creating that, like, oh, they have AIDS, they're about to die, it creates that feeling of this is why Norman wants to kind of speed it along. Like, I want to kill all these fucking demons because I'm about to die and fuck them. Maybe that's why they're doing it. I don't know how it completes because I stopped before all this shit happened. So I don't know how that translates to
that
the
sounds
manga
legit,
and anime. So
It sounds
that sounds
legit,
legit, though.
but it also, when you factor in that they still haven't really showed the true demon threat, which is the hierarchy of the demon tribes in itself, it really makes it look way worse. Because it's just like, okay, so going to this week's episode, so Emma and Ray find Musica and Sanju and all of that. They find them. Once they find them, Norman says, "Fuck the amount of days I gave you. I'm nuking the demons." So the town where he found Emma and Ray and them, he only nukes that town. So to me, it's like that town doesn't mean nothing to me at all. So then, as the process is he's nuking this town, which is funny because Emma and Ray and Musica and Sanju is literally like down the block, which is even worse. So as the course of Norman watching demons just die and blow up and all of that and kill each other. Now suddenly he has a heart and says, "Oh shit, demon kids are dying."
Hey, yeah, wrap that shit up. Yeah, wrap that shit up.
After stabbing the demon, I was about to attack him.
AIDS.
What? But no, okay. So as much as I shit on the original part of that, like the original part of the manga, but I can understand what the writer was going with in terms of Emma's character of saying, you know, you have a person that you love that wants to destroy the demons, but you care to try to have this world peace. That creates a conflict with Emma's goddamn, you know, her mentals. It creates a conflict. It creates a conflict between her and Norman, which creates conflict between her goals and things like that. That's why Norman was the way he is. So they basically saying, fuck that.
Literally.
What's the point?
So
that kind of sucks.
Yeah, and at this point, I think it's 2 episodes left in the season. I believe 2, maybe 3.
Dang it!
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I think because it's like probably 2 or 3 because it's only 12 or 13 episodes. I gotta look at my anime list. But so now there's still no sign of rewriting the promise, and now it looks like them kids is gonna be stuck in the demon world. It seems like, which makes no sense. While also you gotta show to me the consequences of Norman nuking this town. You have to also explain to me the real reason why they suddenly have AIDS, because they did the flashback of Norman going to the lab and all of that, and it was just like, gee, what's the explanation of why they about to die? It makes no sense to me at all. It's poorly written. If you're going to deviate correctly. or at least think correctly. You Tokyo Ghouled the Promised Neverland. They Tokyo
So
Ghouled
is
it.
the next season gonna be the last then?
This
Because they're
looks like
doing
the
things
final
like this?
season. Everything is in game like right now, G.
Oh, so huh? Isn't there
Exactly.
like 2 other arcs that in the manga after this or something like that?
Technically, this is the final arc of the manga, but it's a super. If look, man, at least got a high school sat there and said, "Look, we're throwing hands." So it's like you can accelerate
Damn,
time.
bro.
We're throwing hands. Gee, they're not even throwing hands. It's just things are accelerated and it makes no sense. So it's frustrating.
I will say this though, Chris. At least it is keeping consistency with the mystery of the show because no one knows what the fuck is going on. So it's keeping consistency with the
There you
mystery
go.
of the show. Because that writing
See
got
now,
niggas like, bro, what the fuck?
because now look, because maybe the author was like, I mean, the people who are watching the show are mostly manga readers, so they know how this show ends. So like, let's spark things up by like making some new shit. So they were like, all right, I'm gonna help y'all. Like, I mean, these were like the original draft notes that got denied by my editor like 7 times when I brought it up to him because like this shit is ass. But now I can bring this stuff into fruition because the manga's over. And so they was like, let's
It
just
is
put this shit in
worse.
the anime
Gee, this
and
shit is
boom, there
worse.
you go.
Like it's worse. It's like, gee, it's like they literally looked at them rough drafts probably and said, "We're on X this out, X this out, X."
I can make this worse.
They made it a lot worse because it's like I can't even try to make sense of anything. What's going on? I just watched it in anger, and I was mad, and I went to sleep mad. Like, gee. So Cloverworks, hold this goddamn air. I'm glad you guys make Horiyama because literally, gee, if y'all didn't make that, gee, I'll probably be on y'all ass. But I want y'all to
I
respond to
mean, I
me.
don't know, bro. We might have to read the manga because I know the Horimiya manga
It's
is
ending
ending this
or it's
month.
about to end or
Or
have ended. I don't know yet because
yeah.
I think that was on the
So it's
final
like
chapter. Yeah, so
if Cloverworks likes to deviate, man, I don't know, man. Maybe they do it
they're
to
gonna sit there and
Horimiya too.
have. Oh no,
They gonna do some, no, they gonna do some NTR shit. Freaking halfway throughout the show, freaking Mia Moore is gonna go with the pink hair shorty, and Hori go start dating this council dude.
I would literally, gee, Cloverworks gonna have to see us. They're gonna have to see us, G. Playing, G. Don't play with me like that. But yeah, that's it for me, G. I had to get that rant out, G. Fuck Promise Neverland anime and fuck Cloverworks, G. Y'all play too much. Or at least fuck they C team. Let's put it that way. Anybody wanna go ahead or
Intro.
I thought you were still going. All right, cool. I'm gonna go quick like you too. We're gonna talk about everything we really watch and stuff like that later. When it turns to play, actually, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I'm just like Cam. Like I cannot watch this Attack on Titan shit right now, bro. And I love that show. I love it. So I didn't watch the episode. So if we slandering shit, it's gonna be straight from what we know from the manga. It's just really bad, bro. And it's not like we fucking action horrors, but it's like when you set a precedence of your show for the first 3 seasons, and you just go to this shit in the last one. Fuck that, bro. But no. Other than that, I watched this. So I'm at the point. I watched The Wire though, right? And by one of my friends and the other Cam, I told him why it's my favorite TV show now. Game of Thrones let me down, and even though the season 5 of The Wire was mid, it's still better than Game of Thrones entirety. So, when he's told me like, hey, watch Breaking Bad. That's another show that people call really, really good. He's like, that's my favorite. Whenever somebody tell me that's their favorite show, I don't watch it right away. I wait so I can lose my expectations for the said show. And yeah, I'm really liking this shit. I'm really liking it. It's a
That's
very
that's that nigga Walter White. That's
yeah.
the main character, man. Okay.
Hey, the show memeable as fuck. Like, cause this nigga, it's sad as hell too. It's a very tragic story, other than him just cooking meth. But he's like a quick synopsis. He's like a white man, and you know he basically has cancer, and we don't know that in the beginning, but he has cancer, and he's trying to save enough money for his family, so when he died, he got money. But other than him being an underpaid ass teacher, he has to work at a car wash where he get ridiculed by the students who come in that bitch. So he was like, "Fuck it." He saw one day when his asshole step brother was his stepbrother is a narc. So he saw his asshole stepbrother doing a bust down and how those meth niggas made X amount of money during this time. So he was like, let's get it. In his words, I hope this shit ain't trademarked, but in his words, he said, let's cook. So he started cooking meth. And just a whole bunch of shit just goes on. It's extremely depressing, but funny at the same time. It starts really slow, but it starts to pick up after a while. Walter White is a person who does a lot of dumb things, but you can get behind him because you understand at the end of the day he's a family man, and that's what he's trying to protect. I appreciate that out of his mindset. There's a lot of moments in which you think this nigga or the nigga that he's partnered with is gonna die, but you realize this show got like 4 seasons, so he possibly can't die right now. But the suspense is there, the story is there, everything that people say the reason this show is good is there. So I guarantee, like, if you into live action shows, definitely watch it. Look at us being nerds, live action. Or me being a nerd, live action. But definitely watch it. It is way better than, a lot of shit that people overhype. Like Game of Thrones, definitely, and like fucking Walking Dead, like shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Don't get me started on Walking Dead.
Is that show still going on?
Yes.
Yes, unfortunately.
And they deviated like shit.
I'm playing the same games as last week, so I don't really need to talk about that. And I'm enjoying every single game I'm playing, from Persona to No Man's Sky. And I got a good rotation of games that I'm playing right now. So yeah, that's it for me.
I'm gonna be quick too. I didn't play anything because school been beating my ass, but I did read. I read Grand Blue. The recent it was like a long hiatus from the last chapter. I think the author either something personal came up or they got sick, so I'm glad that they got this chapter out. It was funny.
So they did something that the Hunter dude can't do. They bounced back.
I don't even know if I want to continue. That shit just blew my whole mood. But yeah, that's it for me. I just read Grand Blue besides the main shit. God damn. Fucking Tagashi.
My man's going out sad, G.
I'm sorry, DC. I didn't mean to say that.
Nah, bro. Tagashi, I'm on your ass, bro, if I ever meet you.
All right, so real quick though, I had to take a retrospective moment because I recently watched an Afro Sanji video, and I was just recalling the times. And I don't know how old I was. I probably was still in high school. That was a long time ago. It was a long time ago, but I remember watching his little tour videos, when he got his first kind of big apartment. This is before he got 1 million subscribers. And I remember sitting there going damn, bro, that shit looks so fucking cool, bro. I can't wait to get to that. And I'm in a situation that I'm in now, and it still feels fucking surreal, bro. Not to get all the way funky G in here, bro. But I've been walking around this bitch naked as fuck sometimes, G. That shit fucking lit, bro.
Gonna close that curtain.
Man. Ain't nobody here.
Oh, never mind.
Where the view that I'm in, I can see shit, but niggas can't see where I am. So I ain't gotta worry
one
about
nigga
that
on a telescope.
I go to sleep with the curtains off, bro. That shit is fucking amazing. But yeah, it was just a cool little retrospective moment. So I'm nowhere near this nigga got 1 million subscribers and shit like that. He prospering. I'm prospering in my own way, but it's cool to kind of see the journey, the growth. I just have to say. shit. But as far as reading, watching, and playing is going, so I actually just saw like in Lore Olympus, it's been 3 years since Lore Olympus came out. That shit is crazy, and I've been there ever since it dropped the first chapter. So shout out to Rachel Smith, keep doing your thing. I fucking love this series, and I need Crunchyroll. I'm gonna keep saying this. He's next up. Look, all this bootleg showing and shit. Let's get some romance in this bitch. Um, watching those that work black had a pretty sad episode last week. One of my niggas died that I actually fucked with in that show. It's a fucking cell, but like I really fucked with his character and his relationship with the character, and they just killed that nigga off like it was nothing.
Damn.
So that made me sad. In this week's episode, the main character is basically depressed as fuck because that was like one of his best friends and shit. So sad times out. But as for playing, so I didn't get a chance to talk about this because obviously life shit was forward. But I did finish Honey Pop. Finished the Honey Pop game. I finished the Horny game. Shit is fucking hilarious. Buy it, play it if you want to. Especially if you down bad, bro. That's a game that's gonna help you if you down bad. Certain people on Twitter that know. Ain't gonna name. But Persona 5 Strikers, I don't know how far I am. I think I'm close to end game. We'll see. But also another game that came out that I didn't get a chance to, that I want to get my first impression on, is Bravely Default 2. That dropped on the 26th. And it was one of the major games, the major JRPGs that I was very hyped for. So for those who don't know, like the context of this series, so the original Bravely Default came out on the 3DS. There were two games, Bravely Default and Bravely Second. This is essentially Square Enix's love letter to fans who missed classic JRPGs, because as we know with like Final Fantasy 15, people who played like the 12, 13, 14, and 15, like Square has kind of taken the mainstream Final Fantasy games and kind of modernized them. So like the Bravely Default series was a love letter for fans who want that classic like turn-based JRPG experience with a spin on it. So the unique thing about Bravely Default is essentially it's kind of like active turn-based, but it's a system called Brave Default. So essentially you can default, which is your guard in the game, and that gives you an extra turn. So you can stack that up to 3 times, and you can use the Brave system to basically stack a bunch of actions. So you can get up to 4 actions per character if you stack up your defaults. Um, and then you can perform certain actions, like you can fucking nuke a boss or however you want to do it. So it's a really cool system. I would say that if you are a fan of the Bravely Default series, I was very hyped because I love the Bravely Default series. It's a very niche game, but it's really fucking good, especially Bravely Second. I love that game. But this game kind of looks like it's in a different universe. I don't know, because Bravely Default likes to fuck with their universe. Because a lot of people thought that Bravely Second had nothing to do with the first Default game, but it did. So I'll see, because the new Bravely Default has a extremely new cast of characters. The story is fairly, classic JRPG. You have to, if you played any old Final Fantasy game that has to do with crystals, that's pretty much Bravely Default 2 storyline. We have to go around and save the crystals in order to save the world. Basically, main character has amnesia, cliche shit like that. But like, I'm not really looking for that. I'm not really looking for some mind blowing fucking deeper than life story when it comes to Bravely Default. I'm more so interested in the gameplay because I do love classic turn-based JRPG. I like my action shit. I like to turn my brain off sometimes, but sometimes I like to strategize. I highly recommend it. Jesus Christ, bro! This year was made for us JRPG fans. Because like we got Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne, Shin Megami Tensei 5, Near Replicant, this guy is 6. There are so many SRPGs, JRPGs, and RPGs that are coming out. Fucking insane. Also, shout out to this month being the Monster Hunter month. That's coming out on the 23rd. So you already know niggas life in that game. So it's a wild time for gaming. And the Switch too. Oh, this is basically my message to y'all. Fuck a PS5, fuck a Xbox Series X, get your ass a Switch. That's it. Or wait. Because apparently we didn't put this in the news, but I do want to talk about this later on. There has been some Switch Pro news that we have to talk about.
Thanks for reminding me. I'll put that on there.
Also, I want to also talk about the Taite Kubo stuff too.
That
shit was fucking hilarious. But that's it for me.
All right, cool. So we're gonna go ahead and do our major discussions for each. You dig? We'll go into anime first. Let's do ReZero because I think we'll run through it. So last week's episode, we finally, as me and Cam been dying for most of this goddamn half of this season, can we please leave the damn sanctuary? So finally, Subaru and the gang said, "All right, look, Amelia got things down over here. We going to the goddamn mansion because clearly we learned that Rosewall sent them hitters to his mansion to take niggas out for whatever his goofy reason is." So Subaru like, well, Rosewall ain't trying to fix the situation, so I'm gonna have to fix it. So him, Garth, and Otto go to the mansion. Fast forward to this week's episode because that was a bulk of last week's episode. They at the mansion. Garth is fighting.
Remember it was we got that boring ass backstory shit with Beatrice.
With Rosewall, right?
That was the first, with Rosewall and all. I think, right?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah, that happened. I don't care. I don't care. And they got his ass whooped. That's all I remember. So fast forward and back. So this week's episode, Garth, Otto, Subaru make it to the mansion. Garth is fighting the Bow Witch lady. He's actually holding his own. He had a nice little moment with his sister, saying, "Hey, I got your back. Nobody's gonna beat us, but right now I gotta protect you. Get around, get the hell out of this mansion." Subaru is with the little girl who likes him. I forgot her name. Who?
Oh, you talking about Petra?
Petra, yeah. Oh, he also finds Beatrice, talks to her. I didn't really care about the conversation because I already know what the conversation is. He's just trying to
We had
talk.
This conversation before.
Yeah, so I don't care. He links up with Petra. They try to get out the house, and pretty much now everything's niggas are fighting. Garth's sister, what's her name? Francine, right?
Frederica. It's like
Frederica. Frederica. I think it's Frederica.
No, but they pronounce it like Frederica.
Frederica. Drika. Matter of fact, we're gonna go hood with this. Her name's Drika.
We go call her Goldilocks, bro. That's her name.
There we go, Goldilocks. So, yeah, we're gonna call her Goldilocks. So Goldilocks is fighting the other lolly. She has a huge hippo. They say it was a pig. That was a hippo. So they're fighting. Garth is fighting the crazy bow chick lady. I'm waiting for Garth to transform and whoop this bitch ass. It would suck to see Garth become a pack though. But overall, I don't think so either. But so we're about to get fights for the next, at least going to the next episode. This episode,
also, if we don't get Amelia shit.
As long as we don't get Amelia,
that was the last half. That's the last half.
That was the last half of the episode. So to talk about the last half of the episode, Amelia had to do the next trial, which was her present, which was literally a what if of if her mother and that juice nigga was alive. Pretty much, I didn't care. I didn't care. I literally started texting. At that point, I was either texting or I was scrolling.
So, because I want to start like here at the Black Otakus, I want to do a thing where we start categorizing A team, B team, and C team, right? So the B team handled the Amelia like backstory shit, and the A team is handling the mansion shit and the Rosewall and Ram fight. Those are what the A team is doing, and the B team is doing the stupid trial bullshit that nobody gives a fuck.
Pretty much. Matter of fact, who does ReZero? Hold on, let me look this up real quick. Who's the animators? It's
before Cloverworks.
I have a feeling it is. Let's see.
Oh shit.
Oh, White
That would
Fox.
be hilarious though.
No, White Fox. So
White Fox, I don't know who that is.
yeah, I don't mean either. This is probably their pride and joy. So everybody goes in this, but they probably have a B team as well. B team does flashbacks. But yeah, so Amelia has her present trial. She succeeds. The best. I paid attention when the echidna popped up. When the echidna said, "I'm really sick of you." Like she said, "I'm sick of you." Like she is like whatever beef that they have. She does not like her at all. G.
She does not fuck with her, bro. I'm for her, bro, because I don't like Amelia either. So shout out to her.
Like she says, "I'm sick of you." All right, see you on the next trial. So whatever. So that's how the episode ended. Hopefully, look, give us 5 minutes. 5 minutes of just Amelia shit next episode, please.
That's not gonna happen. It's gonna be they doing this half episode shit. And the episode ended with her going into the future trial. We go get some shenanigans about, I don't know, fucking Subaru dying, Rosewall, or wherever this royal.
All the time.
I don't even. The crazy thing is that I keep forgetting this whole like royal ceremony. She has to be like this queen or something plot. Like, cause like I still don't understand what that has to do with anything that's going on and how that's gonna help anybody. Like, okay, she's a queen now.
Who cares? That's how I feel. Who cares? So I just the mansion is the best part so far. Unless them bunnies swarm them niggas.
They were in the opening.
Exactly. They were in the opening, so we don't know. They might come back. They haven't been back yet. But if the bunnies come back and going and taking niggas buttholes again, then hey, I'm for that. So we'll see. But that's it for ReZero. Jujitsu Kaisen. Last week's episode is pretty much the primary episode we want to talk about. And
that was episode 19, right?
Yeah. No, 20.
Episode 19 was last week, right?
No, that was episode 20. That was 20. Last week was 20.
Okay. I'm getting my shit.
Yeah, I know. See, it's been that long. So yeah, episode.
Okay. So episode 20 was the actual episode 19.
Yes. Yeah, there we go. So episode 20 of Jujitsu Kaisen, I call it Gojo's Jesus. That's all I got to say in regards to the episode.
So this is the rare occurrence where we see the legendary famed S team working on the production. So the S team, they came out from vacation and they animated all the Gojo shit, and the A team kind of handled everything.
Look, 75% of the budget for Mappa is Gojo moments, G. That's where most of the animation budget goes to, is for Gojo. That man popped up into a barrier that said, "Hey, check it out. He can't come in here." That's what the bad guy said. Gojo can't come in here.
Gojo said, and I took it personally.
Took it personally. And said, "Hey, I'm in this bitch." He scans the situation. And I'm not even talking about Todo moment yet, but it's because it's Gojo's show. It's his show. So he scans the situation. He sees Itadori and Todo beating the hell out that whatever the fuck, that special curse, and said, "They good over there. Hey, what the hell's going on over here?" Pulls up to the scene. Says, "Hey, bro. Guitar man, you doing your thing, but this is my episode. So let me do my thing. I'm overly animated, by the way. Like, you looking the same, but I'm here." He takes he freaking dismembered that nigga.
He turned him into a pack. He turned him into a pack
without killing him. He turned him. He said, "Hey, don't kill him." He said, "We good." That's literally what happened. Don't kill him. We good. Which is fucked up. So takes Buddy out with the axe. Nigga just want to make a coat rack. Now he can't make a coat rack. he realizes the blonde haired creepy dude disappeared. So he like, alright, what's going back on over there with Todo and Itadori? The nigga literally said some colors.
Nigga said red, blue, combine it,
Makes purple
Omega Spirit Bomb,
and proceeds to lay the smackdown on that special curse G.
Toto was like, hey, yo, Itadori, bro, don't get close to that bitch.
Todo told that man, back up. And all you see is that nigga split the earth. Animation was clean. Animation was clean.
Broken.
Animation was clean, my nigga. So
he's broken.
It's hell.
Like, cause I know recently, I didn't get spoiled on it, but recently I think they said the latest Jujutsu Kaisen chapter, they finally found some way to seal. I mean, because like we obviously know that something is good. In order for the story to progress, something has to happen to Gojo, right? So that's not a big spoiler. I didn't get spoiled on how or what happened or what they did, but they said that through that chapter that just recently came out, they justified the reason as to why Gojo got sealed or something like that, or put out of commission. So I'm very interested to see how that happens, because at this moment, like, this nigga is like a cut above the rest. Like it's not like he wasn't even using it, because in this episode 20, which was pretty much filler. I mean, we got some good shit about what they plan to do with Sukuna and his fingers, and how they're trying to basically they want to find a way to essentially, like, the main thing, and the reason why this is so crazy, because Gojo is technically a side character, is that their main priority right now is finding some way to deal with it, nigga. We can't do nothing about Sukuna until we find a way to deal with fucking Gojo. So like, and it's crazy because they were like, he wasn't even at his full strength when he did what he did. When he dispelled the barrier, he did that fucking color shit and like beat niggas' asses. They're like, we have to find a way to unleash his full strength, because that's the only way we go seal this thing. And they mentioned October 31st as like some day that shit gonna go down. So I don't know what that has to do. Maybe because draw power from the moon or some shit like that. If something happens,
it's Halloween.
I don't know. Yeah, demons, Halloween. Episode 20 was basically, this was B team, Mappa. I mean, they, you know, the A team and the S team had to take a break because they've been carrying this show, so they had the B team carry this episode. Was it funny? Not really. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Episode 20 was really good. That was, to me, that was the episode 19. Episode 19 was cool for like the Todo Itadori shit. But episode 20, when Gojo popped on the scene, bro, that was a different level of like, all right, the battle's over. That's it.
All right, you guys want to add anything about Jujitsu Kaisen?
I will not say anything till they get to where I'm at in the moment. So.
Or did you start like reading it again, or did you?
Yeah, I brushed up. I figured out where I'm at.
I got spoiled by an episode, and I saw when somebody died. I was like, "Damn, Joe."
I see. The thing is, because we gonna talk about this when we talk about the Kubo shit. Kubo spoiled something. I don't know if it was Kubo or dude, but in that interview, if you read the whole thing that Chris put in the chat, he spoiled.
If y'all got spoiled by that,
he spoiled the character. The thing is, though, I knew that nigga was gonna die, so I'm not mad at it.
Oh, then it's not what I got spoiled on. All right.
Right, which dude you talking about?
I got spoiled on something happening to somebody that's not dude. It was someone else.
I'm gonna just do this. So Kubo spoiled.
Glad. Oh, okay.
They spoiled.
I already knew about but I got spoiled on something.
He spoiled that happening. But the thing is, like, when he was introduced as a character in the show, I kind of knew that he was going to die, so I'm not mad at that.
It was set up for
Oh,
him.
it
He was
wasn't Kubo who spoiled something for me. It was a panel. Somebody just had a whole panel, and the nigga whole midsection was gone. I was like, damn, bro, what the fuck?
Oh,
okay, so I don't want to get spoiled on that, but he spoiled. Kubo spoiled.
I'm talking about whole main character, and not the main character in which he revived. Whole main this midsection gone. I was like, damn.
Yeah, niggas backwoods, nigga.
I think it might be the same. Okay. I'll be quiet.
Yeah, that's the dude I got spoiled on. Because Kubo spoiled that shit, and I don't know if it was Kubo or the other dude, but he was talking about like the manga,
because it was the actual Jujitsu Kaisen writer. I forgot his name.
Yeah, he was like, oh yeah, that moment that happened, I liked it. He just said that shit casually. Oh, what the fuck, bro?
I would say, like, we'll talk, like, I'll bring it back up when we talk about the interview in itself, because it was a good interview. But yeah, so.
Oh yeah, it was.
But yeah, but Jujitsu Kaisen, like, I think it's in its final 3 episodes for they go on their seasonal
they
hiatus.
They had 4 more episodes.
So yeah,
3 more episodes now.
So it was 3 more episodes.
There was that Black Clover, and there was another series that has 3 more.
In the grass.
And Attack on Titan, I think.
And I think it's Attack on Titan.
It's Attack on Titan, Black Clover, and Kaizen 3.
Yeah, those 3. So. But let's go ahead. I think that's it for anime. Let's go ahead and go into manga. Let's talk about My Hero first. So
yeah, I'm down for one more.
You said what?
Oh no, don't listen to me. Oh. I'm looking at this fight.
So My Hero last week, pretty much only thing that really major thing that happened was it seems like Hawks and Best Genius knows about One for All.
Oh yeah, they wanted to ask.
Yeah, they wanted to.
They asked Endeavor about it, and then they wanted to confirm it with Deku. But then the chapter ended with he said that All Might is in the room alone. Deku, shout out to all you Deku X Uraraka fans. Got Uraraka being Deku and yay,
as it should be.
Sick freaks.
But yeah, so it cuts to All Might saying that he's talking to the predecessors of One for All. Those Deku. So I'm pretty sure the next chapter is going to be Deku talking to them about like Shigaraki or some shit like that. Like
pretty much.
Yeah, you're weak as shit, Deku. And Shigaraki's strong as hell. So you need to train. At least that's how I think the conversation.
That's I read spoilers. That's pretty much.
That's spoilers are out already. Man. Oh wait, yeah, because it comes out tomorrow. Duh.
That's all fair.
My mind is.
Yeah, that's pretty much what that is. That's the spoilers. But what you say, DC?
I'm saying it's unfair for like the inner avatar to talk to him about, hey, you need to get stronger, because he was carrying the fuck out of everybody.
It's like, gee.
I mean, no, I'm just.
It's unfair for the inner avatar niggas to say you need to get stronger. Y'all ass dead. If y'all was alive, I wouldn't need to get stronger. That's fair. Y'all fucking dead.
I'm saying no. But I'm saying from a point of view from him versus him compared to how disgustingly OP Shigaraki is now.
Yeah,
like he needs to get
stronger.
Like, even though
the funny thing with Shigaraki, because the funny thing with Shigaraki, the nigga was only at 70%, I think.
That's nasty.
And he was fucking like bruised and shit. Like the nigga was like barely unconscious throughout some of the most of that fight too, and he was still packing niggas up. And then the crazy thing is that he proceeded unconscious, packed up, even though he was being controlled by All for One, to go and be like, all right, I'm finna bust in the most secure fucking prison facility known to man and free everybody, and nobody can do shit against him. So obviously, yeah, Deku needs to get strong because Shigaraki is on a higher level now.
Any other thoughts on the chapter?
Oh, I do. Horikoshi got in his Oda bag the silhouettes, these dudes that's coming to Japan, I guess. I think they said that
the other heroes,
yeah. I can't wait to see who these dudes are, but if they goofy looking, I'm gonna be mad. But dude in the front look cold.
That's Deku's
Is
dad.
there a female silhouette?
Might be.
Hold on, let me
Proportions
relook
about
at that.
to-
Matter of fact,
If it folks up, she about to be proportionate, weird as fuck. Not as weird as One Piece, but she gonna look like like Miracle and them. And yeah, the other dude's gonna be swole. One of them niggas gonna have an ideology of All Might. There you go, and just named the whole squad for you.
I kind of want one of them to be Deku's dad.
That'd be funny. That'd be funny.
hilarious.
Hey, who got it worse? Deku, who probably don't even know if he has a father or not, or Ash, who realized his mom was getting fucked by Mr. Mind.
Oh,
Like, who got it?
Professor Oak.
Can we not-
Oh,
can we
Professor
not
Oak.
talk- can we not talk- Every time y'all mention that
Ash
shit,
got
bro,
worse.
like my childhood dies a little bit inside, bro. Let's not do that.
Yo,
Fucking
Mr.
Mr.
Mom
Mind.
put his hand
It's
on
fucking
Ash's
miming
mom's
Ash's
back.
dad. Come on, bro. Look at the stop. Oh,
That's why
my
he ain't
God.
number 8. That's why he's number 8 to your Pokemon mix.
Gee. But I think Deku has it worse because, like, the thing is, though, Deku never talks about his dad ever
At all.
Like, I mean, maybe you could kind of make something up when he was trying to convince Todoroki to like handle things with his bitch ass dad Sizzle, but he never mentioned anything about his dad ever, even his mom. Like, the only thing that we know is that his dad has some type of fire powers. I think that's what they mentioned.
Let's hope it's not Scissor.
That's all I'm saying, G.
Hey, Sizzle's walking out.
So my big fan theory, right? We reaching with this shit. But who knows?
Huge
You were
reach.
right about Dobby this whole, even though that wasn't difficulty at all. My big theory is that because remember it was confirmed that Sizzle was trying to make the ultimate like nigga to like beat All Might, right? What was Deku's mom's power? Like she can levitate shit.
Yeah.
So
Hey, fire and levitation, that shit crazy.
maybe, and the fact that maybe it's just that Deku's mom just like she's like on the like fuck this nigga train to a point where it's like she just does not want to mention him at all to Deku, and like, but then again, this feeds into some gross ass like slash art incest shit that niggas are into in the fan base. Kind of don't want this.
All with the Todoroki and Deku shippers.
Todoroki X. I mean, like that's more fuel to the fire. If they're confirmed to be related, bro, the amount of like extreme toxicity that's gonna come from that confirmed fact, I don't want to be a part of it.
You know,
They
my
already
favorite
done that.
thing, I think it's the mouse principle. Definitely.
Does the
Definitely,
mouse
the
principal
mouse-
have fire powers?
No, you know, I think he probably do. We never know. He be chilling the whole episode. He gonna walk out the class. Hey, can I get to Deku real quick? You know, Deku will be like, "Yeah, what's up? I'm your father." And then he gonna have the Deku pause face, and he be like, "My hero is going on break next week," and then we just gonna be in awe.
Bro, G, that would be the most evil break because G, the fan art niggas is gonna have a ball.
Bro, I swear to God, that's the day I'm dropping my hero. If that
It's
nigga
over
is his
with.
father, I'm dropping my hero.
It's done. It's done.
I'd rather be Ash.
Low key.
I would rather it be fucking Sizzle. I'd rather it be All Might. Bro. Some way, somehow, All Might fucking banged her and he just got it.
Which is wild.
Crazy.
I believe All Might banging her now. Most deaf.
Wow. The
What's
nigga can
that?
barely walk. He
Yeah.
can barely breathe.
You saw
Ain't nothing.
what's his name, Dad? What's it?
Listen.
Tanjiro's dad. He was emaciated, he was getting it in.
Listen. People think that the reason All Might can't go to his buff for it no more is because he overexhausted it when it came to fighting. Now, remember, All Might is the strongest nigga, so fighting don't hurt him. But when he was pumping them cheeks, when he was busting them cheeks, when he was letting
that's why
the
he
walls down.
That's why he was talking about the time limit, because like he spent the
Exactly.
first hour. He spent the first hour with Deku's mom, and then like now he only got 30 minutes left.
Exactly. Young Midoriya, that shit was what? I need.
Bro. BBW Deku mom, not the skinny one.
No.
And he was like, "But why I gotta eat your hair? Look, your mom ate a little bit more. Just take the hair. Damn, take this hair." All right, let me quit, bro. This lemon pepper got me high as hell. Lost some goddamn.
Oh man, but yeah. So with my hero, that's pretty much it. The mystery of what's going on with that. But DC, I did relook at the silhouette of the potential other heroes. The nigga in the front look like Whitebeard.
Ooh.
Hey,
The nigga in the front look like
He
Whitebeard.
fucking died and got reincarnated into the My Hero War.
G, if my man's has the earthquake ability, G,
It's over.
it's over.
That is a very good Easter egg. I'd have to give props to Hero.
Yo, because my man's look like young Whitebeard, G. I'm like, yo, man.
Beard, bro.
Yeah, so I'm glad you brought that back up, DC, because I forgot, but Buddy looks like
He
freaking
do
Whitebeard.
look like it.
He looks just like Whitebeard, G. If he has earthquake powers, and then Shigaraki like, I need that. It takes my man's shit.
Like Black Dick.
Yo, it's over, G.
hey, before we end this shit again, I know how fucking useless is Eraserhead now, bro? In the beginning, folks was he is so fucking useless, G.
Look, man, he kind of played a role in.
I don't know. Wasn't he in the last arc?
Yeah, he was. Shit, he kind of
kept
made it where
Shiggy
Shiggy Deku had a chance.
Yeah.
He played a role in.
He kept what for what?
Said what?
He kept what for what?
He
What
kept
is that?
Shiggy from literally washing them niggas because he could have just dusted all of them immediately.
Oh, because he was stopping his quirk. Okay.
Yeah.
But can he? Did they confirm that he can only stop? Can he stop Shigaraki from using all his quirks, or can he just only stop him from using one specific quirk?
Based off the fight, because at that point Shiggy was just literally just out physicaling all of them niggas. So like the whole time, like Deku had the advantage, technically because Shiggy couldn't use a quirk, but Shiggy technically had skin is made out of Namu skin, damn near. Like he's literally a Namu with consciousness. That's why that Deku couldn't really take him out that fast, because he was also a tank for damage. So yeah,
That nigga strong.
exactly. He was only at 70% of his power. So, yeah. So that's it for my hero this week. Let's go ahead and talk about One Piece. DC, I'll let you cook. Let's we'll
Is it
talk
for the
about
past 2 weeks or 1 week?
Yeah, it's the past
2
two
weeks.
chapters. So the Robin stuff, and then this episode.
So yeah, I know you don't want to relive last week's, but we got to talk about it.
Oh yeah,
We have to talk
that
about
Discord
it.
and Reddit was prime toxic, wasn't it?
I was fighting niggas every day. That was just horrible. I'm gonna open it up because I kind of purged a lot of the events out of my mind.
I can remind you, bro. Don't worry.
Let's just keep it strictly about the chapter. Let's just keep it strictly about the chapter.
Okay, I know. Last week's chapter opened up with it was Black Maria was telling Sanji, I call Robin over here so we can capture her and whatnot, and she starts wailing on Sanji with the brass knuckles. And
Baby girl.
Yeah, exactly. Going in. I didn't expect her to be a brawler, but yeah, she's wailing on him, and then all the other maidens are like, "Oh my God, he's holding on. Like I might fall for him." And he's probably gonna say something cool or something defiant to her. And then she's like, "So what do you got?"
There was one other thing too. The one thing that I really liked about this, because people call it a Sanji ill, but he was saying, he was telling her not to hit her because he didn't want his hockey to activate. Because the rebound would hurt her.
Oh yeah, he did say that.
And then that was, to me, I like that because hockey is, as we know, hockey is willpower, and Sanji has his willpower that he does not want to harm a woman. So he was saying like, my hockey's not activating because he doesn't want to harm a woman. So I like that because it's consistent to his character.
Mm-hmm.
Call it an L, but it's a character consistency, and I really like that part of the chapter.
That was a dope moment. I appreciate that too because that showed, because a lot of people think he doesn't have armament, which is stupid. That
Black Leg Sanji.
Exactly. Stupid, but yeah. So she asked him what are his final words, and he calls for Robin, but in It's fun. It's meant to be funny, but he's like, "Help me, Robin Chan," and he's got like snot going down his nose, and everybody in the Onigashima is like, "Oh my god, this guy's lame." You
Oh,
had,
but here's the thing, though.
yeah,
A lot of people were saying, a lot of people clown this moment, but like I think King of Lightning and or somebody else said it. I feel like this was a big brain moment for Sanji because he was since it's broadcasting across the castle. The way he did it, it was kind of like he was telling them like
yeah, yeah,
where everything, like what's happening, where everybody is, like the predicament, like stuff like he's utilizing his current predicament of calling out to Robin to go like, "Oh, Robin, save me! I'm at this floor," and blah 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 blah, and all this other stuff. It's like you could call it a bitch move, but like this is Sanji we're talking about. Like I don't think he did that. Like I don't think he did that as a like I'm finna die. Let me call
no,
Robin.
no.
I think he did that as a let me strategize. How can I use this in my favor? But
Oh yeah, that's facts because immediately after you said that, people noticed the flaps and stuff.
mm,
But I also agree. I think this is obvious setup for Sanji to do something cold because even Heat and Wire from Kids Crew are like, "Oh, how pathetic." Oh yeah, and Beppo. So like, Kid and Law's fodder crew are calling them
I'm like,
pathetic. You
you
already know
niggas have a
bitch ass nigga
lot
like,
of
yo, shut your
nerve.
goofy ass up, G.
they have no bounties, so
Like,
it's
what
set
did
up.
you do?
Yeah. And earlier in the arc, they were like mentioning, "Oh, that's Jinbei, that's Zoro, that's Luffy." He's like, "You didn't say my name." So there's obviously a plot thread that's gonna have Sanji get his name. So, but yeah, everybody hears it. It cuts to everybody in their matchups. Jinbei with Who's Who, Frankie with Sasaki, Marco with King. King shooting bullets at his wings, which is weird but cool. Um, then they cut back to Black Maria,
Baby girl.
and you see a foot in the distance, which is basically Robin. And then Black Maria is like, "I'm gonna let you go, even though you said for Robin to come here,
I
and
like
you're
you
gonna,
now.
I like you now. You're gonna stay with me." And Sanji's like, "I want to love all the ladies. I don't want to stay here."
Real nigga.
And so she,
Look, man. Real nigga shit right there. G. He said,
hey,
look,
I
man,
can't look. We do not love these hoes, bro.
my
Blood
man's
and
my
bone.
man's gets it.
you're sent for all women. That's what people fail to realize. It's not just one. But she's like, "Don't you dare cheat on me like that." She proceeds. Well, she's about to wail on him, and you have Robin finally getting her moment. She comes in and saves Sanji.
Sneak fucking attack. Sneak attack.
That's
I don't give a
cool. She
fuck. That's a
assassin.
fucking.
That's what she
Listen, I
do.
don't get
They
no
are
fuck.
pirates.
I don't
They
get
are
no.
pirates.
These niggas ain't no damn pirates.
Nigga, Black
I'm
Maria
using
just had that
pirates.
nigga tied up, hit him with brass knuckles, nigga. What the fuck you want?
I'm talking about straw hats, B. Them straw hat niggas is not fucking pirates, dog. They
Bro.
are far from fucking pirates.
Everybody
They are
gets
not...
snuck, bro. Everybody sleeps. Everybody.
Listen, I'm saying, bro, but like, listen, G, listen, bro, because what we be saying, bro. Even when niggas be getting sneaked, when we say it with Luffy, we say it with fucking Zoro, we say it with everybody else. I'm sticking up. I'm standing. I'm being that toxic nigga. I'm standing Black Maria. She took that shit, bro. Ate that shit. That shit was fucking delicious, bro. She said that foot, I eat foot. I'm a prostitute. I have a foot fetish. That shit tastes delicious, bitch. And proceeded to get up, bro.
Hey,
Let's
Robin.
go.
Robin got her moment. She got her little double pace panel spread. She got the. It's like this is the first time Robin gets the. Because usually the monster trio and other characters of their ilk get this kind of, I'm jumping into the fray type thing. So it's good to see Robin in that moment because she hasn't had this moment at all in the series where she showcased. Get off that because she got her moment, bro. She flipped Big Mom and she just did this. You can't say nothing, bro. But so like she comes in.
Required assistance.
Hey, Brooke, hey, Brooke comes in, breaks off the webs. Brooke is like a good matchup for every devil fruit in the series. If y'all ever noticed that, because the fruit
Because
works.
my thing is though, I think that Brooke showing up is good because I don't think Robin is solo in Black Maria.
Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
Like even
That's just
no.
to me. That's just not fucking happening. I
Well,
clown Robin off of a meme, right? I think she's a great character. I just clown her off of the niggas. I'd say that Robin is basically the female Zoro when it comes to fan base.
she is.
Niggas like the over hyper achievements, but she ain't shit. Now she's become she wasn't shit before. But I just don't. I think because like this is what they call the Flying Six. Like I just don't think unless because the thing is, if Robin had like during Dressrosa, during like other parts of New World, if she showcased like I'm fucking like I'm at least on par with like with my Devil Fruit shit, like on Luffy, like with Luffy's level or some shit like that, right? Like if they showcase her real battle prowess, then I'd be like, you stole one, Black Maria. I feel like she's gonna have some shots, like she's gonna have her 15 minutes of fame, but ultimately Brooke is there as insurance because if anybody has, if anybody is gonna like, if I'm looking at any other everybody besides the Monster Trio, Zoro, Luffy, Sanji, Jinbei as well, that can go like, all right, they're not there, but we need somebody who go be that nigga to pull up these fights. Is Brooke.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, because
I
she
don't
did
have a
struggle
problem
with
with
Diamante in Dressrosa, so it, them two versus Black Maria makes sense because Flying Six are technically strong enough to be commanders or low tier commanders, so it makes sense for them to tag team on her. I'm gonna just skip through. Jack is well. Oh yeah, no. Momonosuke hops in, Yamato's bosom. W for the little boy.
It
And then
depends because I'm not gonna talk.
man,
Go ahead.
what,
Go ahead.
man,
Go
little man got a
ahead.
W, man. If you hate, you hate. But then we cut over to Jack. He's up. I'm happy he's up because I would have been mad if he was out for the whole arc. So
This
Jack
nigga
is
just beat.
Jack
Feel
is
so sorry
about to
for
get
Jack.
Jack is cold, and I don't appreciate everybody like trolling him, but he does take a lot of L's. But he's a jobber, but he's got a billion-berry bounty. He's gonna show it. He hasn't went hybrid yet, so him versus I think he's so. I don't know if he's soloing the Scabbards. I think it's gonna be Ashura Do. I mean, it's gonna be Neku and Inu probably getting their rematch or whoever
Or maybe
amongst this.
Sanji and Yamato. Maybe.
I'll get to that the next chapter. What I think about that, but it is possible Sanji fights him or Yamato fights him. I hope Yamato fights him. But yeah, he's up, and then the final page of that chapter shows Black Maria's back, her back tattoo.
And she got the fucking
The
demon
flaming
mace
Wan
on back,
Yudo.
bro.
Yeah,
Come on, bro. Baby girl.
A lot of people downplayed Black Maria. They said she was like the weakest. She's probably
Fuck out of
number
here.
3 or 2
Fuck
based
out
off
of here,
how
bro.
she looks. So yeah, so Jack said that none of the Flying Six can handle the Scabbards, but she's like, I take offense to that. So that showcases that Black Maria is nothing to play with.
She's like, look, I'm that bitch. and she
God,
knows
bro.
she.
We gonna
I'm
talk about strong female characters, bro. Black Maria, she puts sex work in a good light, and she showcases that you can be that bitch while being a spider, bitch.
hey, trying to get to this next chapter. All right, 1006. Um, that color spread of the Beast Pirates together, saucy,
That was dope. That was
saucy.
dope. I like the jump cover too.
Oh yeah, with Law,
Luffy,
Kid, and Luffy.
Law, and Kid. Yeah.
Replace Kid with someone else because it wasting
else
you
is
wasting space. But
If it's not Kid, you know it's gonna be Zoro.
I don't even care at this point. Put the boy up there. I don't even care. Put him up there. People think he Pirate King level anyway. Give him a bone, or they drop the series at the end of Wano because what they think is not gonna happen. But chapter starts out with Bao Huan. She notices that Momonosuke. I mean, she doesn't notice, but they're saying that Yamato and Shinobu are busting through, and that Momonosuke is with them. And then it cuts to Momonosuke curving out underneath Yamato's clothing.
Dude is living his best life, bro.
W.
That man literally walking with that
W.
dude is like Yamato probably like, yo, put that thing down back there, man. That man hard.
Relax. Relax.
Man, Yamato, man. But Yamato for Straw Hat. But next is Sanji. He hears a transmission that Momo's being targeted, and he's like, "Who's Master Yamato?" So now he has this dilemma of, do I help the Scabbards or do I go help Momo out? And he asks one of the guards, and they're like, "Yeah, the two destinations are in opposite directions." So now he's trying to make a decision. He makes one, but we don't know which one he picks.
He went off by himself.
or he went off by himself.
No,
I
I'm saying
don't
he
know.
went off by himself.
Oh,
which
he
means
went off.
we getting some shit.
Mr. Prince, bro. Mr. Prince. He's in prime form right now. But I hope he meets Yamato. I hope he doesn't go with Jack because I don't want Jack versus Sanji, to be honest. But if it happens, it happens. Cut over to the furries are down bad right now, but you got Peril
Peril
Sparrow.
Sparrow,
let me
like,
take this, bro.
yo,
Let me
Peril
take
Sparrow,
this
like,
one,
hold
bro.
on, G. Yo, this is Peril Sparrow, G.
Why would that man play games with me? Why would you play games with me?
He was fed up in those shits, nigga, G.
Bro.
You know?
This I needed this chapter because I've been on the so Carrot is one of those characters where like just like like she was okay, but it's kind of like Zoro's fan base in which it ruins his character. It's the same thing with Carrot. I don't like Carrot because of her fan base. So and niggas was saying, remember DC, their whole cake. Niggas was saying she was top 3. She was better than Sanji
Yeah, tweaking.
because
Cocaine.
she fought fucking fodder. She fought fodder.
And
She
took
didn't
down
even
some
really
boats.
right in fucking boats. Who cares, bro? She had like a decent little clash with Daifuku, but that was it.
She didn't
bro.
even
Like,
clash with Daifuku. She was dodging. She was running from him, and Sanji clashed with her. So she didn't even fight anybody of note.
garbage, bro. So like niggas like overhyped Carrot, and y'all some weirdos too, because like I need y'all to realize that Carrot is 15 years old. We can take the furry shot out the equation because I'm not gonna get into that community shit because I stand Black Maria.
I got a lot of clowns, so don't worry, we'll get into them.
But like I needed this because I needed niggas to realize that like Carrot is like this. Perodine, bro. Perodine is a Yonko commander, my nigga. He is I don't know. He's not the sweet commander. He's a sweet commander, right?
Nah,
Yeah.
he's an executive, but people assume There's
He's
a theory
pretty-
that he was one before because he's the oldest brother, and
Yeah.
Cracker's like younger, so they
Yeah,
assume that.
and the thing is that like he was with Big Mom pretty much
First.
the entire time with like the
Yeah.
whole Cake Island shit. So like he is on a different level. Like this nigga dog walked them in Sulong form. I needed this because I needed y'all niggas to shut the fuck up. Carrot is not number 4. She's not number 3. She like she had her biggest moment was taking a wheeled ship and beating up fodder niggas, bro. And y'all was like, oh, she better than Sanji. Take offense to that. Just like Black Maria said, I take offense to that. So I needed this one. I needed Perodine to beat their ass. Just fuck them, bro. Fuck Wanda and Carrot. I mean, Wanda, I don't really care. Fuck Carrot. I needed that one. Go ahead, DC.
So after that, we cut over to the main hall. Chopper is trying to mix drugs with his life to fix everybody up. They're saying that even though Marco's flames are keeping them there, their stamina's still going down, so they're reaching the brink. Apu and the Gifters, they can't break through because you have Hyogoro and X Drake holding down the fort. And the Oni virus brings out people's strength. That's why it's killing them. So Hyogoro is back in his prime form because he got infected. And so he's saying that I'm going to do the best I can with what I have left in me. Because and when a virus takes me over, kill me. Because if you don't, I'm going to wreck everybody. And then he has a little moment thinking about if I was back around during when Odin fought Kaido, maybe things would have been different. And then we see Hote, the leader of the samurai of Orochi's group. I assume that he was strong, but this chapter shows that he's fodder because
I'm surprised you remember his name, bro, because I know who you talking about.
Hote, because I was hoping I had some agenda with him. I was telling Zoro fans that that's his fight for the arc. I was just trolling, but I was hoping he was kind of strong. But hey, he gets watched. So Yogoro is pretty strong, and he's thinking about his life and saying he lived a full life. He called Luffy his protege. That was a pretty cool little flashback moment. And Queen sees Hyogoro and he's about to hit him with a beam. And then your boy Marco came in the cut.
Yes, sir.
Clapped him with the Phoenix brand. And Queen's like coughing up blood from just one shot. Queen said it was a shockwave attack from Marco. So I guess he's got projectiles too. So it's not just him. People were saying Marco sucked because he's just the Phoenix, and he's just there's no other kit to that. I would have proved y'all niggas wrong. Prove me wrong too, because I
I
thought
was
that was
telling you
Slander,
niggas,
that
G.
shit.
Telling you.
I'm saying that Marco slander wild, bro. Like, cause
yeah,
I mean the Whitebeard pirates when it came to Rainford, because like aside from Whitebeard, Ace, Jozu, Vista, and Marco, everybody else was garbage.
yeah,
Like they
but
was all fucking like yo, nigga, you used to compete against fucking Roger, really? Okay, but with Marco, I never realized that he got that much slander, because like when he popped up in Whole Cake, I was like, all right, let's go. Like that's a big boom to him because he took over, right? He took over the Whitebeard Pirates, right?
yeah, he's the leader.
Dang, they're the sole
Yeah, so, like,
survivor.
So
Damn,
it's
they're-
like I don't understand and especially because to me his devil fruit ability, like his ancient zone fruit, is so nasty.
Yeah,
Like it's disgustingly broken. So I didn't know. I think this chapter was good because niggas need to put respect on Marco. Ain't no
Marco is definitely a cut above the rest. I used to think Cat was stronger than him, but after seeing this, I'm sorry, Cat Curry, but Marco doing it. So you have Queen shooting a giant beam blast, which is cool. That Queen has like cybernetics. So he basically, I think that's like a pacifist. You know how like the pacifista
yeah, it looks
radical
like
beam
that
thing.
because yeah.
yeah.
So because he has ties to Vegapunk and Judge. So I'm not
Yeah.
surprised that he has that. King finally actually uses a sword and cuts one of Marco's wings off, but that's futile because Marco's just like, all right, I'm gonna hit you with the bluebird technique. He does this little swirl. I don't know what
That shit was cold. I
that
can't wait
was
to see
clean.
that animated, bro. I feel like Toei finna fucking do that shit, man.
And then on top, the thing that made me like scream when I read the chapter, like after he hits him with Bluebird, Marco drops his knee on dude, and it's the same type of panel that page one was in when Sanji came down and
Oh
Osoba kicked him.
yeah.
Marco does the same thing to him. Queen gets back up, and Marco's on his head with a phoenix claw, smacks him straight into like the next pillar. So like Marco's back and forth giving it to him.
He's dog walking them G.
Straight work. He's not letting them breathe, and that's crazy. Two commanders at once.
Got
But
them
he
niggas
is
pressed.
tired, obviously. And then Sparrow comes in the cut, so it seems like things may
He's gonna do some
change.
snake shit.
Yeah, he probably is gonna do some snake stuff. So it's probably setting up to where Marco's holding it down now, but someone else has to come in and help the load, and it's obviously Sanji. Maybe Sanji and Yamato. So
That's my fanboy. My fanboy will be
like, hey, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. If Sabo shows up, bro, you don't even need Luffy and Zoro. You can just send Marco and Sabo up there. They gonna do their thing.
They're gonna put in work.
Straight work. So then, the chapter ends. Yo, girl sits down. He's ready to, get killed. He's saying I had a full life, but this is One Piece, so
I don't think he's dying.
nah, he's not dying. He's
Look,
definitely
man,
not dying.
of course not. I don't care about him, but if he die, he
Yeah,
died. That's
It's
fine.
kind of like,
Yeah,
it's kind of like
him,
who's
but
that? Who's that old nigga who died?
Yasue.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, that's it. Amazing chapter. Marco stands are eating. Marco haters are committing suicide because y'all was dogging him, saying he was the weakest first commander, and he has feats now, so you can't really. He fought admirals, clashed with Big Mom, fought Blackbeard, and he's fighting two commanders at once. What else? What more can you want? That's more than Zoro. Y'all, he's a god to y'all. So
Hey
It
man,
is-
put
it
some
is-
respect on that man's name, G.
inanimate objects.
yeah, he did slice.
All right, let's move
I pray my
on
sword
to.
for forgiveness.
But let's go ahead and move on to Attack on Titan. So the next to last chapter has finally dropped. Well, not dropped officially, but spoilers out and Streets is nasty.
Hold
I
on,
was fucking right.
hold on. Before we get into the manga shit, I just want to know because we were talking about 18 B team stuff. So I said that the A team and B team. I said this for the podcast. The A team and B team works on Jujutsu Kaisen. So the C team is currently working for Attack on Titans anime. So, I mean, I know from like the weekly shit, like the little weekly charts when they talk about like the top anime. For some reason, I think it's still top three. I know Attack on Titan fans will be mad when I say this. The girl already said this earlier. That shit is ass. A hot pack of garbage, bro. The Gabby shit, the politics, the deal they have with fucking what's her name?
Marley.
Mikasa and the fucking Eastern people niggas. All that shit is garbage, bro. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that like because listen, I watch ReZero, and all them niggas do is talk. But this shit right here, bro, these niggas, bro, this shit is, man, like, I was such a huge Attack on Titan fan for like the first 3 seasons, but now I'm finding this shit is a chore to watch. So, and usually I'm like the main person on the pod. I hate spoilers. I don't like getting spoiled for shit.
On folks.
But when Chris posted up that link to the final black, I just clicked on because I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't care. I just don't care about this show anymore.
Immediately click that shit. Immediately click that shit. Like once y'all told me they found when they found out how niggas really turned into Titans, and it had nothing to fucking do with the fucking devil or anything. I was like, yeah, it's spoiling time. I just spoiled myself. It was like it reeks of this shit about to end weird. It necessarily didn't end as weird because I like to say I was fucking right. And I'm only saying I was fucking right. I'm not proud of the way this ended. I'm just saying this is the only anime I legit was fucking right when it came to who was gonna kill him. This is the only one. Only one from the first fucking episode I watched this show was the only one. So somewhat happy. Even though it was fucking weird, because you don't know if it was like basically how Mikasa lobbed Eren head off. That shit. And like she picked it up and kissed it. So do she love Eren and romantically, or was that like
it's School Days? Anybody here watch School Days?
I heard about
School Days.
Never seen it.
So in the ending of School Days, basically like the main character was a Mac. And he was basically having sex with a bunch of girls, and essentially like this Yandere chick got jealous because he was seeing another girl and he got her pregnant. So the final episode, because this is one of those shows where the last episode goes completely off the fucking rails, kind of like how this anime is doing, where like it was kind of normal, but in the final episode, so the Yandere chick, she goes up to the main chick who was pregnant with the main character's child, cuts her belly open, and kills the child.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah,
and then she goes to see the main character, stabs him, and then it cuts to black, and then you see her. She's on this cruise ship, and she's like she has this bag, this garbage bag, and in the garbage bag it has the main character's head, and then she's like, "Now we'll be together forever." So kind of like what Mikasa did.
Weirdo energy.
So I think I like it. So the reason I'm not is like I don't. This is a very ending when I'm at a shade of gray, right? I'm not black. I shouldn't say black. Okay, black is if the ending was good. White if the ending was bad. Fuck white people. So like, I'm not white in the sense of how some people were. I'm not black in the sense of how like the stands are that saying this was a magical fucking ending. Where it wasn't. It really wasn't an ending in which I could be like, damn, they just blew my fucking mind. It was a shonen-esque ending, other than the head getting lobbed off.
But he was hyping this shit like, wasn't he hyping this shit like the ending isn't gonna be what you think it is, or it's like it's not gonna be like kind of like how like Game of Thrones was like kind of like
it's gonna end tragically.
Yeah, it's gonna end tragic, but everybody got kind of low-key got a happy ending. It's kind of like the same thing with Attack on Titan.
I would say because like, okay, there is no. Okay, put it like this: there was no happy ending for the Survey Corps. Like the Survey Corps didn't have Levi don't have a fucking face no more. Everybody that he know and love is dead. Mikasa just killed the only person that she did love. I don't give a fuck about Armin. He's seen everybody die. And then Connie, Jean, Sasha, all them niggas dead.
Oh, then they said like Gabby and all of them turned into Titans.
Yeah.
So like the whole
I thought,
the
but
whole
I was reading the
Sorbet quote,
comments and they said that they came back though.
It was so
I
confusing.
know they
G.
said John and whatchamacallit wanted to become Titans, but I think they just died. But yeah, like so, and you know, we did get clearer when the full chapter come out, but I want to talk about it now, so we don't really have to talk about it again. I do like to say this: that fucking spinal cord parasite is the biggest ass pull I've seen in anime history, bro. It is. I don't give a fuck.
What's that?
That's how they became Titans.
Okay.
A little fucking parasite thing fucked with your mirror, and she gave niggas Titan powers after that. Boom. And now, like, didn't Reiner have to fucking fight that thing at the end or some shit like that? Like, I don't. Like, from the fucking panel I seen, I saw Reiner choke holding that fucking parasite.
Yes.
Oh, that was when they cut
yeah.
Aaron's Nate. Yeah.
What the fuck? But look. All in all, I think when you hype something up as high as people are hyped Attack on Titan, and my people, not really, because I came in late. I came in 1 year before the season finale, right? It's going to get to the point where that shit's going to drop. Just because when you set high expectations, and especially in fucking anime and fucking video games, your expectations will get kicked in the nuts. 95% of the time. I had to mute on our Black Otakus page every Attack on Titan Twitter page I have ever seen. Every time I come across one, I'm muted. It is that fan base thinks that they are watching live action, beautiful
The second coming of Jesus.
Oscar award winning shit, and it's not. It's not. It's very now. They got dialogue like Oscar movies that nobody watch. You know how when a movie wins an Oscar, you're like, I never even knew that shit came out. That's the dialogue in Attack on Titan. Like that's that's the episodes that we in right now. Like I said in the beginning, we're not a show that we're not a podcast that necessarily are shonen horrors we like to see fight. Motherfuckers look at dialogue. Like I love dialogue.
I play visual novels.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I play fucking RPGs, and most of the bitches don't got one of them skip buttons. So like I don't care for dialogue. It's just that sometimes when you set a standard, like I said, when you set a fucking standard of how good your show is gonna be, you kind of want to keep that standard. He wrote himself in a hole because there's not that many Titans anymore. So you can't just keep coming with Titans at the Titans, and it would seem fucking stupid. But the government shit don't make no sense. The Mikasa and the Japanese motherfuckers don't make no fucking sense. Like it's taking too long to get to the point of the rumbling, all that type of shit. But back to the manga, I'm glad it's over. That's not really like it's not a terrible ending. Like I said, I'm happy I was fucking right. Some people believe that Aaron is still alive. He just did some other shit. I hope he's dead. And that's the tragic ending that he was going for, because technically it is tragic in the sense that the person that you travel with throughout the person you travel with throughout the whole show died.
Nothing
like what I'm talking about.
Nothing like Lelouch, man. What she was
to an extent, Aaron did what he said he was going to do, which was stop this whole Titan shit. He was going to destroy all the Titans. He got a victory almost every fucking Titan shifter. He beat almost all of their ass except for Colossal Titan. And the whole thing is stopped because of Mikasa. I'm happy Mikasa killed the bitch. I mean, Aaron. That's what I wanted in the show. Throughout the show, Mikasa was always Aaron fucking humanity, especially towards the end. So it was nice. I'm glad Levi didn't do it because, he don't need any more fucking feats. I'm glad Armin ain't do it because that would have been a fucking ass pull. And I'm glad fucking Zeke ain't do it because I don't give a fuck about Zeke. I'm also glad that nigga Parko ain't do it because fuck everybody from our list. So, shout out to Attack on Titan for finally fucking ending. I have no big rant until I probably start watching it end towards the show and things come together. Because like I said, I read spoilers. Oh yeah, we got one more chapter, so that's like time skip chapters and shit like that. So that shit could just go absolutely rough. But then everybody's fucking dead, so what can they do? Like, who's alive?
Somebody that I care about.
Levi.
Annie.
Who's Annie?
Who's Annie?
Oh, Annie. Female Titan.
No, shorty. Yeah.
Big ass. She got a big ass nose. The one they created. Armin just fell in love with her out of nowhere.
Annie.
Yeah, Armin fell in love with her out of nowhere. He literally the female Titan Cam. She was beating their ass when she was in the forest. When she was in the forest, she used them horses as a yo-yo.
Yeah. I don't care about her.
Annie.
The Cart Titan shorty.
Yeah,
Oh,
Pete.
man, fuck her too.
Yeah, I don't care
I
about
don't
her.
fuck about her.
Hey, niggas lust.
I don't know. Why do niggas love Pike?
But she on her all fours.
Right.
Oh,
And she's
okay.
a girl.
Understandable.
And niggas is
Yeah.
mad.
Who else is alive? Parko. Am I saying his fucking name right?
Falco.
Falco.
Falco. Why the fuck we call him Parko? I don't give a shit. Falco.
Wait,
that's
Mikasa's
it.
dead?
No, Mikasa's alive. It just
Oh, Historia's still alive. She's
Historia
back
is sitting there just giving birth somewhere.
With
To
Aaron's
Aaron's
baby.
kid. Yeah.
Wait, so who was inside of?
of?
So who was inside of Aaron's mouth?
That was Mikasa.
That was Mikasa.
No, it was Mikasa and
Oh,
somebody else.
Ymir.
Oh, leave.
Yeah, Ymir.
Ymir.
Why the
God.
fuck is Ymir here?
No, that's
The
the
original
original Ymir. The original.
Why the fuck is Ymir here?
Because she's like in his mind.
Yeah,
Avatar
because they were
state.
saying, because a lot of people were speculating because Ymir, the goddess Ymir, I get that one in the whack ass. That like they were saying that like she could potentially like bring Aaron back to life or some shit like that. But, like she could do so because like they said it like Mikasa like she was smiling at like Mikasa holding.
That's
So
looking creepy
maybe
as
the
hell.
next chapter.
Yeah, because she a sick bitch.
Maybe the next chapter she could bring Aaron back to life.
If they bring Aaron back to life, it was no reason to kill him. Because one, he got charges out the fucking
Maybe they did it with
wazoo.
Jon Snow.
Fuck Jon Snow. Wait, no, I love Jon Snow.
Jon Snow
Fuck
was
Game
a
of Thrones. No, but Aaron literally got like fucking war crimes on him. He fucking led a goddamn army of Titans through fucking countless countrysides. You don't even know how many motherfuckers died.
Yeah.
But you know, that's either hell to that. Like I said, and y'all know I don't rate shit, but I would say this was probably a very mid ending. Other than the Mikasa taking Aaron out,
Like
everything else was mid.
Mikasa
It's
brings
definitely
it
a
to
fact.
6.
I don't. You know, usually when endings, you get that feeling. If it was a bad feeling, you get that fuck. I just wasted my time with this shit feeling. And if it was a good ending, you get that man. I feel really, really good. I want to watch this shit all over again. I have neither.
Like,
It ain't just I have neither. So, hey, Attack on Titan niggas about to say this is the best ending ever. Like, and please, like, I give Attack on Titan is one of the better shows of the decade. One of the better shows of like the late 2000s. But hey, I'm
it's
not
anime Game of Thrones at this point.
Yeah, you know, I ain't about to. You know, it's better shows that came out around this time that like who haven't finished yet that I would give the benefit of the doubt of saying it will be better than. Like in terms of just like fandom, like y'all Attack on Titan niggas, bro. Look at them Demon Slayer niggas and realize these niggas love their content, bro. They fucking love their content and they gonna keep watching it.
But
yeah, I'm done though.
Yeah, I'll go next because I'll be quick. I don't like the ending at all. I don't like how the story's been for the past year. But
You been holding that shit in.
I don't like Attack on Titan. I haven't been liking Attack on Titan since the Aaron. Because remember when I was in the chat, I'm like, everything that everybody's doing, I did. So that's why it's irritating me. The Aaron stuff was good. Aaron is a good MC. Everything Aaron related is good. But that's the downfall of the series. We didn't get enough of that. It was too much of all this other. If he just stayed away from the politics, because he didn't need to do it, just kept it on the character study stuff about the original core, and you could add the Falco and Gabby stuff a little bit. You just didn't have to beat it over my head. But like, it would have been great if he shortened the series, just cut all the politics out, have the rumbling happen immediately after he nuked Marley, and it would have been arguably a lot better than it is now, and I wouldn't even be pissed because you just.
What you think about the parasite space demon that make niggas Titans?
I already said that was butt cheeks when I read it. I mean, me and Chris were talking about what did we just read? We're like, we did not know what we just read.
It was like, huh?
She fell in a freaking crack, and it's stupid because she could have just folded everybody, but she continued to let the king abuse her. And then this is what happened. This is how she dies. She lets the king abuse her. Then she gets like shot because someone tried to assassinate the king. So she allows herself to die. And that's why there's a time limit on how long you're as a Titan, because that's the age limit that she was as a Titan. And then after she died, the king cuts her body up and makes their kids eat her body.
Hey, wrap that shit up, dog.
I haven't been liking it for a while. This isn't the worst ending, so I'm not gonna be on that because Seven Deadly Sins is a thing. So I'm not gonna rant hard. It's just kind of like a. It's like you
that boy DC read that whole manga, bro. He was
did.
with that. He was with that.
I have a valid critique.
Hey,
Hey, ain't that shit still going?
no, the sequel manga I think just came out.
Yeah, there's 2 chapters of it. There's a friend of mine that reads it. He's been telling me about it. I don't care, but
Yo, DC, we need you back.
if that one shot, like, you know how like first chapters are like 50 pages long, I'm not gonna get through that. If it's like a 20 page, I might check it out. But bro, I'm good.
Yo, nothing will beat. We all read that final chapter, and Shorty died by that rock, bro. And everybody was like, "What the fuck, bro?" Nothing will ever beat that shit, bro. Like nothing.
Second final fight after you just finished the final fight. What purpose do you have?
The manga. They hit a quality new game. The game really just fucking started. Y'all know that, right? Oh shit.
But there's worse. I'm gonna let the Attack on Titan people. It's not as raw as y'all say it is, but it is raw. Because you can't just take one part and be like everything's ass. Because it's like the same thing with Naruto. It ended good, but the series is good.
No.
It ended.
The war ended, but like the Naruto Hinata stuff that was good, and then now the war.
Oh wait. The last 2 minutes of the wedding.
No. When I talk about Naruto Hinata shit, I'm talking about the last.
Oh, the last movie.
I thought you were talking
we
about
don't honor
that
the
wedding.
anime. Anime
That
don't
was
exist.
the worst episode of Naruto I ever fucking watched. I was so fucking mad.
They hype that shit up. We don't talk about that. But I would say for me, for the Attack on Titan stuff, I read the spoilers and I was like, you know what I mean? My thing is, I wanted Eren to win. I was just at a point where I just don't give a shit about anybody in that fucking show. That I just wanted Eren to just fucking nuke everybody, just kill everybody. Like, if you were gonna go for some kind of like tragic cycle, like where it's like kind of like destiny always wins type of situation, and Eren's destiny was to do the rumbling and fucking nuke everybody. To do that, just have him win, kill everybody, and then the show ends with a bunch of fucking Titans, or not Titans, but it just ends with like you see the initial wall where Eren is, it's just empty because everybody's dead, and the wall crumbles. Ended like that.
That's a true tragic. That's a true tragic.
That's what I did. Because to me, like, a lot of people are saying that this ending with Eren is tragic, and I'm just like, not really. Like, it's like one of those things where like he died, and it's like, is it as tragic as the things people painted him out? At that point, Eren was the villain. The thing with Lelouch, with what makes Lelouch's ending so tragic is because it wasn't necessarily that he was painted as the villain, it's that we saw him through the lens of a protagonist, and we saw everybody else see him as that villain, but we all knew what he was doing. And during those final moments, those final episodes where he was like really kind of playing that role, we were like, this isn't Lelouch, like this because he was playing that role. And then when you found out at the end when he died that it was like he made himself the villain so that he could unite everybody together. which that's what made him. Aaron was he's a fucking monster. He's a villain. He died. That's not tragic. Okay, yeah, he was the protagonist, but who gives a shit? The nigga was beyond saving at that point. So, like, who cares? Him
And
dying,
then
like,
he never really had voice lines to make you sympathy, like have sympathy for what he was doing. Like he never
right.
had any monologues to say, "I'm doing this for the better good." He was just like, "Look, man, I'm about to start walking."
You guys can stop me if you want to. Like I mean, there was like with Lelouch, like I said before, which is reasons why Lelouch is one of the greatest fucking protagonists known to mankind, is because we saw that journey. We saw like through his lens why he was doing what he did, why he played the role of a villain, and the fact that it wasn't necessarily like he was always that redeemable character. It's just that he didn't want to be there for the sake of the world. That was not the case at all with Aaron. So him dying is his due diligence. So I think a tragic ending would be him actually winning. The villain wins. He goes like, "Fuck it," everybody dies. You didn't stop me? Oh well, boom. And that's how Attack on Titan ends. But like everybody got, I mean, it's a happy ending. You killed the villain, just like Game of Thrones. You killed the villain. It's Danny. So like I really need you edgelords to stop like, oh, this tragic, blah 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 blah. And it's like, yo, series ain't tragic, bro. It's just not. And it's okay to admit that. Attack on Titans is just a grown up shonen. Not a seinen. Grown up shonen. That's it to me.
All I gotta say, I'm gonna be quick so we can wrap this up so we get the WandaVision talk. It's whatever. It's really whatever. I really would have been happy if Armin just nuked and shit just was cool like that. I was, as you guys was talking, I was re-looking at the chapter. I'm really confused if Jean and Connie and them is alive, because it's just like what the fuck? Like the panels are just so much going on at one time. So I'll wait for next month to know what's going on, who's alive and not. But it's whatever. Like shit happened. Reiner's fighting freaking alien parasite shit. A lot has happened in one chapter that they tried to squeeze in. But with an ending, Aaron dying, that's cool. It made the most sense. It's just whatever. Whatever. Like shout out to the fan base. You niggas is capping. But just like everything that was hyped up really good, possibly top 10, maybe your top 5, maybe your top 1. If it is, that's unfortunate. It's going to disappoint you. You're going to be disappointed. Plain and simple. Just like my man said.
Oh man.
Be disappointed. Oh man. Be that way. But let's go ahead and move on. You said what?
Go watch Code Geass if you want better.
Yeah, I think I said I was mad at how Code Geass. It was just probably I was more mad at how Lelouch just came off as a simp more than anything. But I was still satisfied with Code Geass's ending. But
Hey, why is people just throwing pics of Anthony Mackie around?
Gee, I swear I was on Twitter, that threw me off. I'm like, gee, what's up with the Anthony Mackie pictures?
Niggas, is that because of the Falcon Winter Soldier stuff?
No, niggas just throwing weird pictures of Anthony Mackie on Twitter. Just the nigga looking weird. But let's go ahead. I'll let you guys talk about WandaVision. I mean, man, saying
So I'll do the recaps really quick.
Yeah, because let's try to keep this 10 minutes or less. Try. Keyword try.
Ain't go try. We can't do that shit because niggas' theories got blown out the water. G.
Fuck, and that's even better. Yo, all I gotta say is this: Disney said, "Fuck y'all theories, G. We Disney, we the mouse. What we do, we run this."
We already got your Disney Plus subscriptions, bro. So I respect it. But so last week's episode, to wrap it up real quick, we got a backstory about Agatha during the Salem witch trials. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. During the Salem witch trials, and then basically we cut back to her talking to Wanda, basically kind of, in a sense, kind of tutoring her about like the magic and witch shit. And then she's basically trying to find out from Wanda how she's able to do what she's doing. Um, so she gives. So basically, we get like kind of like a little backstory with Wanda, where we go visit three separate points of her life. One when she was a kid, back in her home country, and her parents died, and that's kind of like when we got the Age of Ultron, and she was talking about, oh, that missile. We stared at the missile with the Stark logo on there for 3 days. And we kind of got to see that her side of the story in full. And then basically she was like, "Oh, you put a spell on that missile so that it wouldn't explode." And she's like, "What are you talking about? I don't know." Cut to when she was getting, when she joined her little resistance thing, and they were experimenting with the tesseract, in order to draw people's like latent abilities. So we see that through her viewpoint, she it's like the Mind Stone, like kind of gives her some sort of like vision or whatever. Like she gets some power, and then she sees a vision of herself who looks to be like the full Scarlet Witch gear, and she passes out. But like when you cut to the actual recording facility of it, it states that like it just shows her like standing there and she passes out. Then we cut to her talking to Vision back when they were being confined during Civil War stuff. And what was these pictures? Fucking artwork. What? Yo, Angie. Yo, they wild for these. They wild for these.
Yo, these Anthony
Well, my
Mac.
man's. My man's look like that.
Why Anthony Mackie look like a damn. He look like that sick substitute teacher.
Nigga look like Mr. Ratworm.
Look, he looked like a slightly light Nick, bro. He looked like a slightly lighter shade Nick, G.
Bro.
I'm telling you
G.
right the fuck now. I'm
Bro.
telling you.
Yo, Nick make that exact facial expression, G.
Wild.
Wild.
But back to the WandaVision shit. So, we cut back to the president, and basically she's telling she's basically kind of like she's like, "Where's my kids?" They go outside, um, and then she's like holding the kids hostage, and then that's when she activates like her powers, and then she goes like, "Yeah, you're the anomaly, blah blah blah. You're somebody who's not you're not supposed to be here. You are the Scarlet Witch." But and then, I'm missing some other stuff, but that was just because I mean we go get to the heartbreaker, which was this episode, which was basically um fuck everybody's theories, fuck your multiverse theories, fuck your X-Men theories, fuck your cameo theories. You paid your Disney Plus subscription, so this is the ending you get. That was this episode. So in this episode, we're back in the conversation with Agatha and Wanda. She has the two kids hostage. Wanda shoots like her energy at her, but then she notices that Agatha is absorbing it. And so and then it cuts to like her arm being black, and then Agatha goes like, "I'm absorbing your power. Like you can't harm me. I'm absorbing your power." Right. Um. So then after that, we cut to, I believe, like they're fighting, and then this is when oh yeah, I forgot, a big thing about last episode is that they rebuilt Vision, so we have like a silver Vision or whatever, and so he comes into here, and basically he's fighting Wanda because his mission directive is to stop Wanda because he's a bad guy, or she's a bad guy. I mean, and she really is. um so then uh the real Vision, well, not the real Vision, the fake Vision comes in to save Wanda. They kind of have their fight. Agatha drags. She takes the fight to the city area where a lot of the civilians are, and then In between that, we're cutting to, and this is when I'm gonna call them slap in the face moments. This is the first slap in the face moment. Um, Monica finds out that Quicksilver is actually his name is Ralph Boner. His name is Ralph Boner, and it just shows a picture of fucking of Ralph, and he's like, "Oh, you're the one who actually lives here." So
Oh man.
that gone. That theory got fucking, like I said in the chat, that shit got shot in the alley with Bruce's parents, bro.
Yep.
It's done. That shit, man, the look on my face, bro.
Ooh, that's
I'm
the
pretty sure
episode.
Hey,
DC,
Cam, you said that
everybody.
Batman shit in the big city right now, folks. You better hope that nigga don't come to your window.
He won't, bro.
We just look at Cam's screen, it's just a nigga get bigger and bigger.
Vengeance in the night. Hell no. But yeah, so anyway,
Fucking Batman coming, G.
Batman coming in, exactly.
Yo, that man fucking up with the signal.
Oh shit. But you was talking about the theories, bro.
Oh yeah, so what the fuck? So big zone, G. But yeah, so freaking that theory's dead. We cut back to the city area where Wanda is in a conversation with Agatha. Agatha is, frees the minds of all the civilians, and they're basically going like, "You put us in pain, um, like like fuck you, basically fuck you." I mean, and they're right to do so. And then Wanda gets mad. She has them in like a little magical chokehold, and so she's like, and then she doesn't kill them, but then they come like just kill us if because we don't want to be enslaved by you, just kill us. And then her kids come, Vision comes, to kind of save her. And then I think Monica arrives later. Yeah, she arrives later, but then so she goes to confront the military. Also comes because Agatha basically goes like just free them, so she lowers the freaking barrier, and that's when her kids and Vision come. But then she finds out that if she continues to lower the barrier, they'll die because they're tied to that reality. So she closes the barrier back up. But during that, the military uses that angle to come back, come into the city to basically kill Wanda with. Uh, so he goes off to handle Agatha, and then Vision goes off to fight the real Vision. Um, we have a really cool. I like the little conversation that the two Visions had. Like they kind of had a battle instead of like a fisticuffs. They had a battle of logic where Vision was saying like, "Oh, you, like you're saying that like, you have to kill me because I'm Vision, but I'm not the real Vision." And then they kind of have like I forgot what they call like the thesis, like some thesis. I forgot what they.
Theseus.
Yeah. They were having an argument about that about like so something like if something happens to the original, in a like who is the true original Vision. That was basically the argument, and they came into the conclusion that they're both in a sense the real Vision, and he flies off, and that's the last time we see him. The white Vision flies off, and the last time we see him. Then Wanda's still having a confrontation with Agatha. The military tries to shoot her kids, but then Monica steps in. She showcases another one of her abilities. And then Wanda's having like a little magic beam fight with Agatha. She's steadily absorbing her powers, but we notice that she's like kind of misfiring. So like some of them are hitting the barrier. And then she gives all her power to Agatha. Agatha tries to do a spell. She notices that it's not working, and then she goes like, what's like, oh, what's happening? And it cuts to all those misfires that which was a nice callback to the last episode because she told her about like the spell that if whoever places that rune, whichever witch places the rune of those spells, controls the magic. So then she activates her full her full like um Scarlet Witch abilities and basically beats Agatha. Falls to the ground. The conversation's over. He goes like, "Yeah, you're gonna live in this city now." So basically, literally converts her back to Agnes. Um, and but before then, she's like, "You have no idea what you like. You're gonna need. So I'll know where to find you." So then after that, she, her vision and her kids basically leave because ultimately she knows what she has about the reality thing happening. So they go home, they tuck in the kids as the city is, as her reality is collapsing. Um, then her and Vision have a nice little moment. Vision asks her like, "What am I?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, you're my hope, my love, blah 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 blah." And then and then that her reality collapses, and then she goes back into the city once it's been restored, and all the citizens are rightfully so angry at her. Like
As they
she's
should.
like they're like looking at her as she's walking down the street. They can't do shit, but like, so I don't want to get toxic about this. Monica says some. I don't know if you noticed this, DC, but Monica says some dumb shit. I think this. I feel like if I'm not necessarily mad at the finale, but this was the point of the finale that kind of pissed me off. Like she goes like, "They'll never know what you sacrificed for them," and I'm like, "Bitch, what you talking about?"
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. I have
That
mixed
was
emotions about that.
but
'Cause,
to like,
yeah.
it's like because she's trying to paint her as a hero, but it's like you have to realize she forcefully put them in that situation against their will.
What did she say?
He said Monica like so well because the citizens are like they're all staring at Wanda like because they're mad at her, rightfully so. And Monica walks up to Wanda and she goes like, "They'll never know what you sacrificed for them." Bitch, like no, no.
I get why she said that. Because, like, in a sense, both their like storylines revolve around loss, and technically, she did help them. I mean, like, technically, it's like it's weird when you think about it, because in a way, she did have to she sacrificed. Like, Vision's been sacrificed like a billion times, and like the stuff she the stuff she did in Endgame and Infinity War, like people don't realize. I think she said that in a way they should have rephrased that. They should say they don't know what you went through that caused this, instead of they don't know what you
Yeah,
sacrificed.
but like I think it's like it's an immediate like because I think Monica sees what she did in Westview as like the fact that she saved them. But like even still to the point, like even with the Endgame shit, even with the Infinity War shit, they're still innocent civilians. They have
Yeah,
nothing to do with anything. Even though yeah, you know they have to sacrifice like they saved the world and ever, they still technically bought all of that shit on themselves. The whole Age of
yeah,
Ultron shit, Thanos coming, that's all the Avengers bringing that shit to them. So regardless of that fact, those civilians are still innocent through and through. She forcefully put them in a reality in which they had to live out scripts based off of how she, even though she didn't know how she perceived things, separated them from their families, their livelihood. They were in a state of being in which they knew what they were doing, but they couldn't do anything about it at all. So like I like that line made me mad because it's like no, who cares what you had to sacrifice? You're still like you low key fucked them up.
yeah,
You involved completely innocent civilians in your grief. Where there are people just like you who suffered a lot and went through a lot of shit during that 5 year blip. So no, fuck that shit. That was like one of the dumbest lines in that fucking show. So after that, we cut to like she leaves basically with her Scarlet Witch powers. Then we get an after credit scene of what are they called?
Scrolls.
The scrolls, yeah. The scrolls, one of them, well, we don't know it, but she tells them to go meet me in the theater. She's hinting at like Captain Marvel. He wants to see her.
no, they're
Cool.
talking about Fury.
Oh
So
yeah,
they
Fury
say
wants to
he,
see her in
yeah,
space because she has superpowers. She'll join the Avengers, whatever. And then we got the after credit scenes to me, which was the most interesting one, where it cuts to Wanda is in this secluded cabin, um, and she walks into the house. It looks like she's preparing something, and then it cuts to her room, and in her room, it's like the Scarlet Witch Wanda who has that book that Daytrail was talking about. So this is obvious to me. This is an obvious teaser for Doctor Strange 2. Multiverse of Madness. Like it's gonna have something to do with that book. The fact that now that Scarlet Witch kind of has her true powers and all other stuff. All in all, my thoughts on the finale is I'm a bit torn. I'm a little bit disappointed because I really kind of wanted the Quicksilver stuff to happen. But it's rather unfortunate that it went the way it did. But I think as far as to me, this show did a good job of the biggest thing that I wanted to show, which was basically make Wanda powerful. Because when they introduced her in Age of Ultron, because of the whole Fox shenanigans and mutant shenanigans, they couldn't make her as OP as she really is in comic book. So now this show to me did a good job of going like, she's nothing to play at now. Like she is OP as fuck. And I'm that the show accomplished that. As far as all of our theories, I mean they're theories, and Disney has no obligation to make those theories a reality as much as we want them to.
Not fucking one.
That they don't. They already got our Disney Plus subscription for the month. It sucks. It does suck. But I will say this: like I said before, you're under no obligation to look at the Twitter comments going, oh yeah. Let's make this stuff happen. So all in all, it's kind of like it's a bit above the Attack on Titan stuff, where I was like, I'm satisfied with the conclusion because, like I said before, I think the Doctor Strange 2 stuff is going to be really interesting as far as like, OP Scarlet Witch, and now we have the whole like reality warping shit that you can go full on with the Doctor Strange 2. And even another thing that the series accomplished is kind of easing in some horror aspects, since that movie is supposed to be a horror show or a horror movie. And they did a good job, especially like with that scene when she took Agatha back into the Salem witch trial place, and like those reanimated dead bodies came back to life, or some creepy shit. So I think this show accomplished a lot of things that I was looking forward to. It sucks that some of our theories didn't come true, but I mean they're theories. So that's it for me.
Yeah, real quick for me, I'm not gonna talk about like necessarily like my feelings on the finale because it is what it is. But one thing I will say is that COVID, strikes again. This movie is literally supposed to go right in between, like soon as this shit ends, the Doctor Strange movie supposed to pop. So no, it is what it is. But when it comes to like the theories, somebody said on Twitter, and I was like, yeah, I agree. Disney is not gonna let it all be some devil nigga being the main villain for a fucking kid show at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like Disney out of all people who don't know how to explain their universe because it's so complicated. They're not about to let Mephisto be the main big bad. This is just not about to happen. So we could have got
and
that
they know
out
who
there.
their audience is, bro. So
yeah,
some kids in there too, so they kind of want to keep it PG.
yeah. That also like I think this show was probably in production before the Fox deal became finalized. So that could be another reason why this shit just don't involve mutants. You know what I'm saying? It probably wasn't even on their mind when this shit was happening. 2, three, a lot of stuff that still involves, and I finally got this nigga name for the podcast, Kaizen, that with that book, that shit still can happen. But then again, knowing that they can't talk about Mephisto, they're gonna probably use a different name for Kaizen, just like they do a different for a name for different things and stuff like that. But all in all, it was cool. I really looking forward to the Doctor Strange stuff because Doctor Strange in himself, his powers is that he sacrificed a bit of himself so he could take powers from other fucking super demons in this time. Demons and different like beings like Shimagorrath and what's that nigga name? Shimagorrath. Oh yeah, Dormammu.
all them. He takes his power from them niggas. So obviously Doctor Strange is gonna have a role in this Wanda shit with her with that book. Cause she's powerful with that. Cause that nigga is supposedly a beyond Omega level person. Like he got sealed in the book just because he, warped reality and stuff like that. He's pure evil. Chaosmatic type shit. They necessarily ain't throw that theory away, but I doubt if they, go deep into it. Cause at the end of the day, it's like with them properties being all mixed up, it's so very hard to tell Wanda's true backstory without, stepping on continuity issues and things of that nature. But all in all, it was a decent show. I'm looking forward to it. Still not looking forward to Falcon and Falcon, whatever that show going to be called.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, especially with these Anthony Mackie pictures coming up. I'm still
Yo, y'all niggas wild, bro.
But all in all, like shout out to the show. Looking forward to if Marvel could do this. But I don't want to say names, but people hate on Marvel and people wanted this to be it. People wanted to have a dance on the grave moment for niggas who had theories. And I'll just say this, let niggas have fun. Our theories ain't come true. So the fuck what? Like, half the time theories don't come true in these fucking things. Leave it to Disney for not doing woo. I told y'all niggas not to. No, that's the enjoyment of the show to get you hyped. To say, yes, let's hope this happens. Yes, let's hope this happens. Okay, it didn't involve mutants. Okay, it wanted to reverse House of M. Okay, we not getting fucking Mephisto. So the fuck what? It still was a good show. It had niggas talking about it on Twitter at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. So like that shit, it's a good show. No, yeah, all right. The YouTube theories didn't work out. So the fuck what? Now people still want to see what's next. Now people actually about to watch Anthony Mackie and the nigga who played goddamn Winter Soldier.
I'm definitely
about to watch this shit. Huh?
I'm definitely in.
So shout out to Disney, man. Shout out to the Mickey Mouse, the Big Mouse on BD.
I'm gonna be quick, but I didn't hate the ending. I just wanted more, but that's my fault. So I'm not gonna fault it's a TV show at the end of the day. The fact that I blew it up and other people blew it up to that proportion, there's no way they're gonna, even if Disney doesn't want to do Mephisto, why would they put them in the Disney Plus show when they could use them for a movie? Why would they do? So it makes sense. And the fact that the Fox deal probably wasn't done, it was a nod to Quicksilver. So I'm not mad because that just means that he's gonna show up because Disney knows that people like Evan Peters and they want to make money, so he's gonna show up. They know that. I mean, the more I sit on it, the more I like the ending. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people's criticisms with certain characters is that we don't get enough of them in the ensemble movies. And this show basically did it. We care about Vision now. We care about Wanda. They did their job. Like if you put this out like 3 years ago, I wouldn't have watched it.
Loki.
But because
it came out right after Age of Ultron,
I wouldn't. Nah. But it's a pandemic. They capitalize on it. Now we care about these characters. That's a W for Marvel. I actually care about the Falcon and Winter Soldier stuff because I'm a Winter Soldier. I love the Cap trilogy. So anything related to that, I'm just gonna watch. That's just purely me. But
thing though, have y'all noticed that other than somebody like Thor and then Hulk, they never say the superhero names in these movies?
They say Captain America.
They say Captain America?
Yeah, they say.
Or do they? Because I know the Avengers call that nigga Steve Rogers. Like they call this nigga.
I know Ant-Man.
They call this nigga Captain Rogers half the time.
Ant-Man calls him Captain America. Because I rewatched Infinity War and Endgame.
Hey, but like Wanda, we know why Wanda was never called Scarlet Witch, but everybody they barely call that nigga Iron Man. Yeah. They always call that nigga
Tony or Tony.
Yeah, like Banner get called Banner because half the time that Hulk shit is ass. Like they never really say these niggas' names, dude.
I like it like that because that's kind of how it is in the Ultimate Comics. They were more personal with each other instead of their first names. Mm-hmm. So it's like I prefer it that way because it kind of gets corny. For like, hey, Iron Man, pass me the soda type shit. Like what the fuck?
As long as it's not the cringe of the Fan 4 stick.
Yeah. But code names, I don't really care. But yeah, I think it did a good job. I think the only corny thing to me was I didn't like Agatha. I don't know. That fight, it kind of you ever like the Vision fight was raw, but the Agatha Wanda fight, I didn't.
Yeah, it
The
was
only
just a bunch of space lasers and shit. I
yeah,
didn't care about
the
that.
rune stuff saved that fight because that was cold. I like that, but like someone brought up that the Thanos versus Doctor Strange fight was more of a wizard fight than the
Oh,
actual.
bro, that shit, because that shit was. I watched that shit yesterday. That
Yeah,
shit is
it
still cold, bro.
was
It
Well
amazing.
still
done.
holds
So
up. But like this one, I'm gonna chop it up to it being a TV show,
yeah,
and like they kind of want to wrap this
they
shit up.
budget. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
So, yeah. But I do I like the fight was kind of in, but I do like Agnes Agatha as a MCU villain.
Yes, I'm
I think
excited to
she's
see her show up. I'm glad they didn't kill her. I'm glad that the fact that Wanda said, "I know where to find you." That basically her role in the MCU is going to be how it was in the comics, where she's teaching Wanda how to be, or she's an info dump person. She's an exposition person with the
She's
whole.
definitely showing up in Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Yeah, the kids definitely gonna show back up. The Vision stuff. The ending, I kind of felt I didn't tear up or nothing. It wasn't like super sad, but I like how the ending was. It was a good, like this was a therapy session for Wanda, so they finally capped it off in a good way. So I like that.
Kinda, because we know she gonna go crazy.
I want her to go crazy. So she's a villain. That's why I kind of like the ending because it's like she's not supposed to be good after this. They're kind of moving her into the anti. Like I'm sometimes I'm good, sometimes I'm bad role. I hope that's what they do. But yeah, that's it for me.
I don't really have nothing to add. I watched the ending scene. I was like, all right, cool. No, I don't really have much to add, really. But with that being said, shout out to Disney for they made this work. Like people were going crazy for it, so they made it work. So I ain't gonna knock Disney at all. Now, Falcon Winter Soldier, I'm here for that. You guys will hear me talk weekly about that. So, but especially if we get funny Anthony Mackie face reactions.
I'm
G,
pretty
that
sure
shit,
we go get some.
bro, that shit is funny.
Mackie face of the week.
How do you look like that, bro?
Like my man's is looking ugly as hell, G.
He up to no good, bro.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into news for this week. We'll try to breeze through some of these. First things first. Activision, when it comes to Call of Duty, says if you own PlayStation 4 and you never touched an extended hard drive or a bigger hard drive a day in your life, and you still want to play Call of Duty, God bless, because it's over with after this, G. So pretty much, Call of Duty is probably the world's fattest game of all time. It's the fattest game ever, G. This game is now should be on 600-pound life. Like it's a 500 gigabyte game. 500 gigs.
So, to put that into perspective for my PS5 piece, the digital version of the PS5 has 800 and something gigabytes. Yep. With all of the system software updates and shit like that, you're left with about like 600 something gigabytes.
Yep.
That's a game. You're gonna have like Call of Duty and like a bunch of like Fortnite. Can't do Cyberpunk because that's like another 100.
That's a big game.
So basically, you can only have like if you like play you can play a bunch of indie shits. Like if you talk about major games, like you probably have like 2-3 games on your PS5, which is insane.
Fucking nuts. So like if
hey,
you have
the motherfuckers coming out. Imagine not having an extended hard drive in this day and age. My nigga, when I bought my PS4, PS5, they didn't say, hey, make sure you buy an extended hard drive when you get the game. I wasn't prepared for that shit. Like, who the fuck makes that? Like that shit's stupid. Your game shouldn't be the biggest thing. It shouldn't. What the fuck is in that game to make it 500 gigabytes? I watch Call of Duty. I watch niggas play Warzone sometimes so I can fucking fall asleep because it's boring. And that's no cap. Like, I do that shit. I watch it. You can check my Twitch. I ain't following nobody, but one of my most watched shit is Warzone because I like to fall asleep to how boring it fucking is. It helps me out. It's not keeping me entertained. That's no cap. That's what my dead auntie. So, like, don't. I like it. Don't come to me and tell me like that this game you need. Don't defend shit like this, bro. It's not defendable. Got 100 gigabytes of fucking what? Fuck out of here with that shit, man.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the ultimate thing that we have to realize, right? Because I'm getting tired of this. What do we play? What do we play console for? For convenience, right? Now, when it comes to building your own PC, obviously you want to have the parts, you want to have the storage in order to handle shit. I play console because it's convenient. Back during the PS3 days, when I bought a disc and I put that bitch in, I could immediately play it. PS4 came out, and now I have to install shit. Might as well get a PC. Now we're moving towards an age where consoles are becoming less and less convenient and more like PCs, which should not be the case. I play consoles for convenience. Don't tell me I just spent $500 something on this damn PS5. Now you're telling me in order to truly enjoy it, I gotta buy more storage?
Early on, and we're still what?
We're
five
year one.
months.
We're still
5 months into this cycle, and this
and even the developers are telling me I have to buy. You know, we'll come out with an announcement we could buy. That should never be the case for consoles. Ever. Consoles are for convenience. Not for like, if you want to talk about like building the best of the fucking best PC, but for couch potato, sit and play, I'm just trying to have a good time. That should never be the case for console. So the fact that like like you said, Intro, that should never be a point of, don't defend this shit at all.
No defending it. Like, it's none. And pretty much, I didn't realize. I kind of realized it, but I'm now realizing even more. So pretty much, Warzone, Modern Warfare, and whatever Black Ops this is, it's all one big game now. So that supposedly combines it. So let's just say you want to play. You're like, oh, I want to play Modern Warfare today. If you have all three, you go ahead and play Modern Warfare. But let's just say you don't. You have to re-download Modern Warfare to play that, which means you might have to delete other games. But this is the killer part for me is, ain't this a online only game? Well, it's online only, but it's primarily a multiplayer game. So what's all this? What's all the data going into? Because it ain't the single player. Because the single player is only 2 hours, 3 max. So a sit down if you're really serious. What about the multiplayer is so fucking gigantic? It involves this. Like, yeah, GTA is a big bitch. Red Dead Redemption is a big bitch too.
But even those games are like fucking 500 something gigabytes.
Those are, yeah. I don't. GTA might be touching that right now. Honestly, keeping G real, it might be touching it now. But even then, still, that's ridiculous. Very freaking ridiculous. So it's these developers gotta figure that shit out. But Activision, y'all really tweaking hard as hell. Like, I feel bad for people who
optimize your games.
Exactly. Like, it's you telling me there's no form of compression in your game? In the online, a majority strictly online game. Overwatch is on a console at that. But you telling me Overwatch, which is strictly online, literally is probably only 50 gigs? If that. Fortnite, which consistently is growing, hella content daily, ain't that big. Figure that shit out. same with Apex. Like those games not even that big. They strictly online. They not even that fucking big. But whatever. While we was on topic of GTA news, GTA 5.5 is coming really soon on the PS5 and Xbox X. Be on lookout. According to Rockstar, they said that this is not going to be the same experience as it was on the PS4 and PS3.
Okay.
Quotation.
I'm still gonna get shot out the sky in my oppressor.
What difference does it make?
Well, are they talking about like maybe adding some content to the single player mode or something?
That's to me like, bro, what's so different? Like, okay, the PS4, like the previous generation, you can at least sit there and say decent graphical upgrade. They added first person mode and all of that. After that, like, what more are you telling me you can add to this game?
Ray tracing.
Nigga, that's
the heck is that?
GTA don't even have the greatest graphics, so it's like ray tracing ain't cool for me.
Man, that's what they gonna say. I'm good on it either way.
Yeah.
I'm sick of GTA 5, so I'm good on
Like,
that
please, at this point, as a fan, I'm already probably accepted. I'm not seeing GTA. We people who love GTA, we ain't seeing 6 until the end of this console generation.
Until we get news about Persona 6.
And even,
which ain't happening no time soon.
So we're gonna be middle aged? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like, yeah. We'll have each
when
of us will probably have
news
kids
about
by
Kingdom, when we get news about Kingdom Hearts 4, that's when we'll get an announcement about GTA.
That's even worse. All right, and the Nintendo Switch. Can I let you talk about the Nintendo Switch Pro 4K Switch that's rumored?
Yeah, so this is pure rumors, leak rumors, basically, where apparently the Switch Pro is coming out. So I would say still get a Switch. I mean, like, who the fuck plays Nintendo games 4K graphics? I don't know.
Low key.
I guess cool, go for it. Like, I mean, you look at a game like, DC knows. You look at a game like Fire Emblem. I do not care if I get to play Fire Emblem in 4K.
Yeah.
It's not gonna change shit about that game. But apparently, it's gonna be 4K graphics and 60 frames per second. And then one of the kind of controversial, but one of the big announcements is that for those who remember the 3DS and the new 3DS, so the 3DS came out, and then they released another 3DS model called the new 3DS. If you don't know what it is, it's basically the PlayStation Vita of the Nintendo handheld console, because nobody had that shit. But apparently, with the new 3DS, it was more graphics and shit like that, and they had exclusive games on the new 3DS. One of them being Xenoblade Chronicles. I think it was a remaster of the Xenoblade Chronicles, which you could only play it on a new. So one of the biggest rumors is now that with the Switch Pro, that there are going to be games that are exclusive to that system, to the Switch Pro. So if you don't have a Switch Pro, but you have a basic bitch Switch, you can't play the Switch Pro because you have a basic bitch Switch. If that's the case, come on, Nintendo. That's a huge no. You can't be pulling shit like that, especially since I've been capping for the Switch now. I'm a huge capper for the Switch. Do not do shit like that. To me, that's just a huge negative to your game. Like, this isn't the time for that. Like, because the Switch is still relatively new as far as like Nintendo's generation of console games. So maybe you could pull that shit off like 2 years down the line. You can release a new Switch model or a new Nintendo console and then have games exclusive to that. But if that news is true, I'm gonna give you a L for that. That's really. I would buy it, so like I would have no issue with that. But still, to the point, there are some people who can like niggas. Money don't grow on trees, and we're in the middle of a fucking pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Can't pull shit like that. So just make the Switch Pro just have higher rated graphics and 60 frames per second and shit. All of that. It meant more storage because the Switch's base storage is fucking ass.
Dookie.
So just you do stuff like that, that's cool. But if there's some exclusive games that are coming out for that system, that's pretty much. I wanted to bring up another piece of gaming news while we're before we get into the direct and PlayStation. This is for all my Atlas fans, all my Persona fans. So apparently, there was a survey that was put out from Atlas that was asking fans. It was a Japanese only survey, but they were asking fans about the state of Persona and Shin Megami Tensei games. And there were very interesting questions like, they were asking like for Persona 3, like if you've played Persona 3, would you would you play a would you play a sequel to Persona 3? Would you buy DLC for Persona 3, or would you like us to like remake Persona 3? And they asked the same thing for 4, and they also asked the same thing for 5, where they asked if you would you like a sequel to if we made a sequel to Persona 5, would you buy it basically? Very interesting. Like it was basically a survey question. They asked the same thing for some Shin Megami Tensei games. They're asking like, would you like a Shin Megami Tensei fighting game? Would you like a Shin Megami Tensei action RPG, a strategy RPG, things like that? So very interesting news. I mean, don't take it too seriously because they conduct a similar survey every single year. But it is very interesting if something comes out of it. Because Persona is Atlas. Persona is Atlas's baby. Like that's their money making franchise. Shin Megami Tensei is more niche, but when it comes to Persona, that's what the bungle bucks are. So very interesting survey. If you're interested, just look up. There's a bunch of articles about it that has all the questions that they ask their Japanese customers, and if you want to participate in the survey, if you know how to speak Japanese and you want to boost those numbers up so we can get some Persona sequels and some shit like that, I think the survey goes up until the 8th, so you still have some time. Well, by the time this podcast comes out, it's probably too late, but still letting you know it. So that was just some interest.
All right. Let's go ahead. We already talked about the Nintendo Direct. We got to hit up the Pokemon Day shit.
Oh, the Pokemon Day.
So, Pokemon Day, man. So, pretty much the news that you probably would have expected. We're getting Pokemon Emerald and Pearl remakes. So
No. Diamond Pearl.
Diamond and Pearl, my fault. Oh, Emerald's the third one, my fault. Yeah, Diamond and Pearl remakes. I'm happy because I love Diamond and Pearl.
Gen 4 is the best.
I love Diamond and Pearl. Like that's one. Like it's Diamond and Pearl, Gold and Silver for me, and then anything else you can flip flop. Those are my favorites. But gee, I'm hyped. Niggas saying the graphics don't look pretty. Well, guess what, nigga? It's a Pokemon game and it's a Nintendo game. Graphics is the last thing they fucking thinking about, G. So I'm excited.
Just wait till the Switch Pro so you can play it in 4K, 60 frames per second. It is.
What difference does it make, G? It's not like you're gonna see Wailord freaking cover up the whole screen. What difference does it make? So shut the fuck up, deal with it. But I'm hyped. Like I'm cool with that. So like I'm happy with the news in regards to that. And they announced a Pokemon Breath in the Wild game where you're like
Pokemon Arceus, I think.
Yeah, Arceus. Where pretty much it looks like more of it's like Pokemon's still an adventure game, but it's more like a adventure based Pokemon game. More along that.
It's literally like because some people took like a shot for shot. It's like a shot for shot of like the initial trailer for like the Breath of the Wild. And it's a prequel to whatever happened.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. It looks fucking dope. That in case you're crying about graphics, that's the Pokemon game where they're kind of putting like, all right, let's make this look as pretty as possible. Gen 4, I just wanted Gen 4 to get some representation. And I'm glad with what we got. I cannot fucking wait till that game comes out. Like Chris said, Gen 4 Platinum. Come on now, G. Platinum to me is still the best fucking Pokemon game of all. Nothing touches. But yeah, Gen 4 is fucking back. He lit. And I can't wait to play it.
Yep, I'm hyped. Anything you guys want to add about it?
I'm gonna play it. So
Cool. All right. But yeah, so that's nothing else involving Pokemon Day unless you play all the motherfucking games. Moving on, PlayStation State of Play. I didn't really care. The only thing on there I really
watched it.
You said what?
I watched all of it.
Yeah, the only thing for me that I cared about was, of course, Deathloop. Like, I'm pretty hyped for that game still, and the Final Fantasy remake stuff. That's it for me. But
I
you
was
can
not
go ahead and break it
expecting
down.
that. I was not expecting the Final Fantasy VII remake. Because I don't really pay. I stopped paying attention to niggas going like, "Oh, it's the State of Play coming out. What games should we or what to expect?" I just stopped. I just watch it when it comes
Yeah,
out.
whatever pop up.
Again, this is one of those instances where gamers are being fucking stupid. Bro, y'all niggas is really expecting some God of War shit. And for all you niggas who are still expecting God of War to come out in 2021, please hold this LG.
Please, G.
Please hold
man.
this LG.
Please.
God of War is not coming out this year.
Look, G.
So my bad. I have to go do the research for this whole decision that just happened with UFC. So I had to step away to understand what the fuck just happened. It's cool though. And my fight that I bet money on is about to come on too. So a little antsy. Them Russian niggas got my address.
Well, like we'll have a word.
But so we talking about the State of Play, right? Yeah, if anybody got their hopes up for this shit, you gotta hold that.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the point? I'm like, at this point, niggas thought Jax 4, a limited edition. Like we was gonna get God of War 2. Fuck it, we was gonna get Nat 3. We was getting all that shit, bro. And no,
And that's the greatest
we
game
got
of
some
all
shit that we
time,
don't
bro.
get.
So
Y'all lucky we got some Final Fantasy 7 fucking news.
But the thing is, the Knack game that's coming out is that Kina game. The studio that does Knack is the studio that's working on that Kina game. So that's technically
game of the generation is already about to drop.
They y'all.
I hope that game is good. It looks good.
It looks
it's gonna be free for PS5 users.
Basically. But it looks interesting. But for the Final Fantasy VII stuff, which is what I care about, was really dope. Basically, we're getting a free upgraded edition. That's nice to see. Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Activision, eat a fucking dick, G. Count your fucking
Activision
days.
Fucking amazing.
Funny as hell.
They are
bro.
amazing when it comes to chasing a fucking bag at
Funny
all
as hell.
costs. At all costs.
Niggas said y'all want to play it on y'all already bought the game and y'all want to play it on next gen. Please give us $10. Okay.
Let me hold $10 till tomorrow.
Right, bitch ass niggas, bro. Fuck y'all, but so. But Square ain't off the hook yet. But we got a bunch of Final Fantasy. Like we got. Oh my god, bro. We got a fucking battle royale for Final Fantasy VII. That is fucking wild. Am I going to play this shit? Fuck no. I love Final Fantasy, but I fucking hate battle royales. I'm not touching that shit with a 10-foot pole. We also got an announcement of a mobile game coming out called Ever Crisis, which essentially is you get to play all of the final the Fantasy before. I never realized there's so many fucking Final Fantasy 7 shit. But before Crisis Core was Zack, original Final Fantasy 7, and Advent Children, which is a fucking movie, so you actually get to play out a movie, which is cool. So that's coming out on mobile sometime next year. They said it looks interesting. The battle system is basically a turn-based battle system with the graphics from Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Pretty dope. So it looks very interesting. I'd say check that out over the battle royale. And then we got an announcement of the free PS4, PS5 port, and then the controversial news, which is the DLC. So we're getting Yuffie DLC. And caveat is that you have to have a PS5. I'm talking about chasing the bag. You have to have a PS5.
Oh man.
You gotta have a PS5 in order to play the DLC. Now, I will say there's two sides to this, right? The initial side is that the caveat, right? The thing that Square can fall back on is that Final Fantasy VII Remake is free for everybody. The problem is that most people who are interested in the DLC have already beaten the game, probably numerous amounts of time. And we in the middle of a pandemic, and not only is finances on the lower end of the spectrum, but trying to acquire a PS5
It's still a struggle.
is in the lower end of the spectrum.
It's still a
So,
struggle.
It sucks. I for people who are going like this fucking sucks. I'm in full agreement. This is kind of a dick move. I feel like you should like. I don't know like if you're trying to push graphics or anything. I feel like you could release it on the PS4, but like I said, they do have a fallback that they can go like. They have two things. We're letting the PS4, PS5 is free. The upgrade is free, and Final Fantasy VII Remake is now free for everybody. So they have that fallback, but it sucks that the DLC is only coming out for PS5. I have a PS5, so I'm kind of on my high horse where I'm like, you know, broke boys, gotta hold that L. So I will be enjoying playing it, and y'all can watch Maximilian do stream. He'll stream it, and he's funny. So live vicariously through him.
Hey, and for all we know, by then we might start streaming our damn selves. So, hey, throwing it out there. But yeah, like I was really shocked by the Final Fantasy. Anything Square Enix does in a state of play probably shocks me because I'm like, oh, they're actually giving us content. Okay, so I was really shocked by it. Like it was just funny as hell that they said, hey, PS5 exclusive. They said that had to burn niggas. Like that really.
I feel like it was more of a Sony move than a Square. It's kind of like one of those things where like, hey, we need reasons for people to buy a PS5, and Final Fantasy VII is a juggernaut series. Like niggas love this, so let's take that content that you were planning to put on the PS4 and make it PS5.
Yeah, I could just imagine the conversation. So like it, and the thing
They're
is,
probably like, how much money you giving us for this?
And they saw that bag, they were like, all right. And watch, they're gonna drop, and literally, especially once you're able to pre-order the Yuffie DLC, they're gonna sit there and be like, you thought? Like it's niggas who don't even have a PS5 say, hey, I already pre-ordered. I'm planning on pre-ordering this shit. I'm like, nigga, okay.
Like, hey, when that shit say PS5 only, you try to put that shit, you try to legally download that shit on your PS4, and your PS4 just fucking crashing.
PS4 gonna sit there and look at you like, hold on, PS4 like,
nah. Are you serious?
PS4 gonna sit there like. But yeah, yeah. So shout out, what else happened in this state of play? They just look at the recap.
It's just a bunch of trailers that we know that's coming
Crash,
out, like
yeah, shit.
Crash is getting the PS5 port for free if you got the PS4 version, and I think Returnal, Crash, Ina.
Five Nights at Freddy's if you want some demons in your life.
Demonic shit, yeah, nobody can on that.
I thought the Friday Nights at Freddy's phase was over for the world. I thought we got loose of that demon.
No,
nope. People still want to go to. They got a movie in development hell right now.
There's a lot of stuff in development hell in Hollywood. So
this was pre-COVID.
That's even worse.
They just in development hell.
But I will say that Returnal game looks very interesting. Like when they kind of showed a little bit of the gameplay aspects of it, it's kind of like Hades, where Hades is like that rogue dungeon explorer where when you die, the entire layout of the dungeon changes. It's the same thing with Returnal, where when you die, the entire layout of whatever world you're in and changes. The gunplay looks pretty interesting. Yeah, you're playing as Space Karen, but I think I'll check it out. I'll
It sounds
stick to more
interesting.
news about it, and it might be a purchase for me because the game looks fun to play. I don't really care about the story, but it looks very fun and interesting. And then it was that other game. What was it called? The green puppet niggas.
The
I don't
Odd
know what that
World.
game is. Oddworld, yeah. So they showed more about Oddworld. They showed Deathloop. It's pretty much games that are coming out in the near future. So
Yeah,
niggas are like, "Oh,
everything.
where's God-
Because I'm looking
where's
at
God of War?"
the recap. Almost everything they show seems to have a 2021 date.
Yes,
So.
that's being confirmed to come
Hey.
out. So like,
Deathloop looked fun, but it also didn't like a full price game to me, G. I'm just saying.
Look, that
Looks
game
fun.
been.
Looks
The
fun
funny
as
thing
fuck.
is that's been on sale on the PlayStation Store for a pre-order. They know
Yeah.
what they
They
do.
know.
They know what they do. They know what they do. But yeah.
even though that's
so-
not, is that a Bethesda game technically?
Yeah,
I know it's been. I know it's like another arcade.
it's
studio.
under
I
a
know
different
Arcade
studio, but
Studios
it
is
is Bethesda.
cool, but yeah, but like I'm still on the fuck Bethesda wave. So I kinda
Me
don't
too.
like that game. So because of that, I might not. Chris, you may be.
I'm probably the only one that's copying the game. I'm already accepted it. Like that's been the one game. Like when I first saw the original trailer, I'm like, I'm getting this. So, but yeah. Moving on, let's go to the anime side of things. My Hero Season 5 trailer dropped.
Hey, let y'all know, G. This is the arc that we slandered.
Yeah, I'm about to show the trailer for fun reasons.
You know what the arc we talking about? DC, fucking
Class A versus
Class
Class
1A
1B.
versus Class B. That's what this arc is about.
Was my
Yep.
villain Academia before or after that?
That's after.
It's right
After.
after this.
That's
So
after.
Dang.
depending how
That's what
long
we
this
see.
season is, so we'll see. But
Dang.
I got the screen share up if you guys.
Yeah, we can see.
Most, most pointless.
I'm about to-
Hey, top 10, top 20 best nin you. Me one.
夢を形にするため
Hey,
に
get off that.
ヒーローになるために
Class 1A versus 1B.
ピンチに力を発揮する A 組か
Hey, shout out to
現
Dead
実に
Chick.
全体を底上げしている B 組か楽し
You
み
see,
だ
hey, so all our viewers, you see half these niggas, you don't see none of these niggas.
黙れ
You don't see none of these
は
niggas.
必ず完全勝利行くぞ
They hype these class 1B niggas, and we have not seen them
大丈夫
since.
They
絶対
haven't done
勝
a
つから
thing.
We gonna get some slideshow battles.
Bro, literally, this gonna be a slideshow punch. I'm really disappointed.
ヒーローかか
僕らはヒーローになるためにヒ
There's
ーロ
no
ーらし
hype
からぬ
moments
立
in
ち
here
回りをし
aside
なきゃ
from the
なら
fact
な
that
い
we
ね
both get some-
強くなってんぞ
I'm about to lose some money.
なりたい俺になるために思い出すだけで何でもできる気がしてくるんだ常に
The Russians are coming.
原点を
For real. Where's the money?
Alright.
Yeah, that's
See, they didn't even properly hype
it's
up
no.
the
He
fact
gets
that
another
Deku-
quirk. He's not dying. So this why make it that dramatic? That's the only. No, I don't even. Why do I keep saying that? Like I want to see that. I'm just gonna watch that shit. Bro.
Damn it! Damn it! Fuck it! Shit! Fuck!
Yo,
girl,
yo,
rushing
this bitch
some
getting
money.
choked out.
Fuck!
Oh man, the news is choking Shorty out. Yeah.
The girl owns the Russians now.
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
Feel free to share.
Mr. Trail says. Mr. is does a Mr. Trail Sev live here? Like to speak to you.
Yo, Tyler gonna
I
open the
actually
door
got
and be
going
like, yo, Tyler gonna open the
I
door
have
and be
a
like, yo, who let these
collection
rushes in, G?
I have a collection to.
I actually gotta go on a run now.
Hey, if they ask if I know you, I'm gonna let you know I'm gonna tell them that you're on the run, bro.
Yo, it's gonna be, somebody gonna randomly pop up cleaning Cam's window. I'm like, Cam, like, nigga, it's 11:25, nigga. Where's your boy?
Do you know where the trail is? Dude, folks say he on the run, bro. That's all I know.
I'm about to be like Walter White. Let's cook. I'm gonna start cooking heroin for my money, man.
Daedra, what did you bet, bro, on this fight? What was the bet? What was the bet, G?
2,500.
You lying? I know you
No, I'm
lying.
capping.
I was about to say, G.
No,
I was
I
about
bet
to say,
like,
bro. Hey, you might
I bet
legit
like
need to start.
$10. I think. I think I bet like $10.
Okay.
$10 against
That's
Amanda Nunes?
That's
Yes.
man, that's a meal, but I mean, it's not bad.
No, this was bro. I bet this like I had this money in this this money in this bet slip before you even moved out. Like, so I was just waiting. I had this shit in there before the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you
So
probably just had it like
this was just money.
You could just throw money in there.
I low key wanted a reason to get this fucking money out my account.
Yeah, like.
But that's how boring this next My Hero arc is. Talking about a fight. Let y'all know.
Look, man, I can't. Hopefully, they get by this fast so we get to the villain shit because the villain shit is really good. But
you know what's gonna happen when that season come out? You gonna have them fake Shinso fans come out the woodwork.
Oh my god, bro! Niggas is gonna hype that little emo ass nigga up to hell. They gonna be like, "Oh, he next up, he top one," and we never see this nigga again after this.
He don't do nothing. He didn't do nothing.
Bro, he was like minus 1,200, bro. He was like minus 1,200, dude. You get money.
But in some other anime news,
Misfit of Demon Academy's back.
Yes. I'm very, very excited for that. I fucking love that show. I'm hyped that there's another season coming out. I didn't know it was because, like I said before, it ended on one of those notes where it's like, where do you go from here? But hey, we get more of the Anos Voldigo greatness, so I'm for it. And we didn't put this in the news, but Spy X Family has been greenlit, confirmed to be getting an anime. Fuck yes, for all my niggas. So this might be the one anime that I'm like genuinely hyped for this year. To give a little quick synopsis of Spy X Family, essentially, the main character is this spy, and he's sent on this mission. Basically, I think this takes place in like Germany, right? DC.
Either Europe
somewhere
or Germany.
In Europe. So it takes place someplace in Europe where he's like a world-renowned spy named Twilight, and his mission is basically he has to get close to this dude because the guy that he's after has ties to some plan that they want to overtake the government, like they want to throw like a coup or something like that. So his job is to get close to him, and the way that he has to get close to him is apparently he has to take on this fake identity. And he has to adopt a child because the only way that he sees himself getting close to the guy is through the school because his son goes to elementary school. So he adopts a child, a girl, to go to school so that she can befriend. so fucking hilarious. So she can befriend the little boy character. But the twist is that the little girl character, she can read minds. She's a telekinetic. Of course, the main character does not know that, but she knows his mission, and so she's basically trying to, because she has this preconceived notion about how cool her dad is, and so now that she wants to kind of help him fulfill his mission, but she's a dumbass. So you get a lot of hijinks ensued on that, and then in order to perpetuate that he has a normal family, he also needs a wife. So I forgot how, but I don't want to spoil it. But he meets this chick. They basically agree to kind of pretend to be some family because they both benefit from that arrangement. But the twist on the mom character is that she's an assassin. So the dad's a spy, the mom's an assassin, and the girl is a telekinetic. The girl knows that the dad is a spy and the mom is an assassin, but they don't know anybody's identity. So they're playing a fake family, and the overall goal is for the little girl character to befriend this boy from school, so that the spy can befriend his dad, who has ties to some government coup that's forming. But it kind of sounds sort of like a serious plot, but the show is the manga is very fucking funny. It's hilarious. and I cannot wait to see it get animated. I don't know how long. I don't know where they're gonna end on season one. I kind of have an idea where they can end season one if they're doing seasons or if they're doing the whole thing. But I'm looking forward to it. Me and DC have read it, and we spoke about it. Thanks.
All right, cool. So last piece of anime news. So Tite Kubo, whatever the hell it is,
Titan.
Tite Kubo, the writer mangaka of Bleach, and Akatami, who's the mangaka of Jujitsu Kaisen, pretty much did like a joint interview where pretty much they were just giving each other's praise, which is pretty dope to see, and how they just view certain stuff. Um, it has some funny bits. I know Cam wants to talk about a couple of them. I might throw my points in on this too, but I'll let you go ahead, Cam.
Yeah. So, one of the big points is that he's for if people are interested in reading this, just be aware for my Jujutsu Kaisen fan that Tite Kubo does spoil the death of a major character. Um, he just says it casually, and when I was reading, I was like, wait, this didn't happen yet. But I'm not too mad at it because, like I said before, his character, like when he was introduced, he kind of like looked like he was gonna die. He's like one of those characters that kind of have to die for a plot to progress. So that was interesting. And then the biggest thing that caused all of my SJWs and my feminists to go up in a fucking flame to try to cancel Tite because we got cancel culture. To cancel Tite Kubo is because Kubo says that, and again, this boils down. So let's get some context. This boils down to the translations, right? What you have to realize is that English and Japanese are two very different languages. In certain phrases that are translated from Japan, the English have a variety of different contexts. So there was a lot of misconstrued things that people kind of like perpetuated to like blow it out of proportion at like Kubo's like sexist or something like that. Some weird shit. But Kubo says that he doesn't find any of the Jujutsu Kaisen. The interviewer asked the question. He was saying like, it was one of the last questions. He was like, "Do you find any of the female characters in Jujutsu Kaisen interesting?" Basically, he says he does not find any of the Jujutsu Kaisen female. He's like, I don't want to sound bogus because dude is like right there with me, but I don't find any of the Jujutsu Kaisen female. Or he says attractive. And people took that out of context to go like, oh, they're not being sexualized, no, blah, 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 blah. But what Kubo was talking about was their personality. He said he doesn't find any of their personalities interesting. It's his opinion. He's entitled to that opinion. If you don't like it, I mean, like if you're somebody who's like, but I like the Jujutsu Kaisen females. Good for you. You want a cookie? This is another nigga. He says he doesn't find them interesting. That's his opinion. You know, move on. I agree with him because the way that Kubo was like saying, the way that Kubo was like talking about, he was saying that it's pretty obvious that the mangaka for Jujutsu Kaisen portrays his female characters sort of like in one sort of exclusive way, and he kind of finds that to be a bit boring. And then so at first, because I was gonna be like, but Kubo, you have no right to say that, my nigga, because like we ain't all that. But then upon me looking back, Bleach does have some dope ass female characters. I will say that.
They do.
Soul Society arc was amazing, and it kind of falls off of that. But like if you wanna take Bleach's female cast, it has a variety of like, you know, masculine female characters, the Hinata type female characters, the Tsundere type characters. You have baby girl Yoruichi with black girl magic. Like there's a lot of variety in the way that Kubo not only draws but like represents his women. And so he was kind of he was kind of saying that like there's not a lot of variety in currently. Because like I said, I know a lot of manga people, but in the manga, shut the fuck up. I'm talking about the anime. In the anime so far, there's not a lot of variety as far as like the way that the mangaka for Jujutsu Kaisen portrayed this female character. Does that make them bad? I'm not saying that makes them bad at all. I'm just saying what I'm seeing, right? Now I will say I fucking hate Maki and Mai. I'll say that I do not like those characters at all. But like Kubo was saying, like his characters, there's no fluff, and it also kind of perpetuates because even the mangaka himself for Jujutsu Kaisen admits that he doesn't like. He co-signed and said he does not like drawing. He said he hesitates to draw female characters, like because of the way that like he doesn't like. Again, this could be some translation shit, but like he's saying that like he doesn't like the. It's weird. Like it's like kind of like he's saying he doesn't like the girly, the feminine type women characters. So he tends to draw his female characters more having masculine traits, and we see that in Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, especially with the Maki Mai dynamic.
Maki, Sakura with the hammer.
Yeah.
Like a lot of his female characters have that archetype of being a little more masculine. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying
either masculine or conservative. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, and so, but even he himself, he admitted that he doesn't even regardless of that, he just does not like drawing female characters or like putting female characters in his show or his series. So a lot of people blew that out of proportion, calling Tite Kubo sexist and like, oh, cancel him, cancel Bleach and all that. It was this one dude on Twitter who burned a Bleach volume, like that was gonna do shit. Like, just some clown shit, bro. Like, you're not hurting Tite Kubo. He still has his money, and you're only hurting yourself because you wasted time, energy, and money buying that book, and you wasted time, energy, and effort burning that book and posting that up on Twitter. If anything, the W would have been to give that book away or sell it if you want to cancel it. Mm-hmm. But you want to portray something, it is what it is. So my overall thoughts on it, but other than that, it was a pretty dope because like they were talking about some things that like the mangaka from Jujutsu Kaisen, he took some inspiration from Bleach because he likes the way that Tite Kubo portrayed certain story elements or certain characters and things like that. But a lot of people, like when it came to the female stuff, they were just like, fuck this nigga Tite Kubo. We got to get him up out of here. When again, it was, if you read the full context of the interview, it was not that deep. And they're still good, and they're both really good friends at the end of the day. Like, it was just a cool interview. And that's what it is. So those are my thoughts.
I'm gonna be brief because like Cam really hit everything. Like I said, I really just enjoyed just hearing like just how, because I think the Jujutsu Kaisen writer, he said how he was influenced. And I like hearing that
he's
because
a huge
it's like
Bleach.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, like Bleach. Yeah, I fuck with Bleach and all of that. Especially in terms of like, like for me, who's just, I might start reading the manga after the this current season of Jujutsu Kaisen ends. I might start reading the manga. And he says like he was heavily inspired by how Bleach off and off would be like, yo, fuck this nigga, I will kill you. I will kill. He's gonna die. Yeah. Like, stuff like that, I'm like, oh, okay, so I see where things going, especially after he spoiled who becomes a backwood really soon. So, it's like, oh, and Daitra mentioned it, oh, yeah, like a main character literally freaking destroyed. So, stuff like that is really interesting, because, like, one thing about Bleach, especially, we're entering the final arc of the anime, and Bleach is finally getting animated. Niggas is going to die.
A lot of characters. A lot of
niggas is going to die, whether he's your fave or not. Niggas die, and they die gruesomely. I will never still forgive how the fact that nigga Yao blew a nigga up just because he beat him.
Bro, they did my nigga Hitsugaya bogus.
Hitsugaya, all your faves is getting done dirty. I'm letting you niggas know now. You niggas thought that bullshit ass final arc that you thought was the final arc was cute. Niggas dying, but like I applaud like that type of writing. I like the influence, and like even my thoughts of what Kubo said in regards to women. I'm like, if you niggas thinking freaking context, Bleach is one of the few anime, at least in terms of modern like the current like stuff, have done a good job with women. Like, does Kubo overly sexualize all of their ass? Yes. I would say that almost all of them have had strong moments, especially compared to some of the men in Bleach. Like, he makes an effort to make the women look really good, no matter what the power scale leveling is. Freaking made Unohana be a threat to goddamn Kenpachi. So it's like, gee,
And they all have varying personalities, so they're not like
exactly.
they're not even. He's not making it like, oh, they're all super fucking strong, manly female. Oh, they're
No,
super strong. Like
it's
they
still
all had
very
their like
womanly.
Orihime. Or to me, Orihime's dopest moment was when she essentially sacrificed herself during before the Orihime rescue arc when freaking Aizen was like, if you don't come with me, I'm killing everybody, and I'm gonna give you a day to say your goodbyes and peace out. And Orihime was like, she sacrificed herself to ensure that everybody would be safe. Because
Exactly.
Aizen at that point in time was still that nigga. A strong
Still is that
moment. She
nigga.
sacrificed her happiness for, well, she's not. She was a talentless nobody, but then she was gifted superhuman strength so she could fight with it. No, none of that bullshit, bro. Because the thing is that I think with the Jujitsu Kaisen author, and this I could be reaching, but like I think the problem that people are associating nowadays when it comes to strong female characters is that they assume in order to make a strong female character, they have to be masculine as well. Like they
No.
associate being feminine as a weakness and being masculine as a strength, when that is not the fucking case at all.
Mm-hmm.
A strong female character does not have to have masculine traits.
Nope.
So,
None at all.
that, that's just my thoughts.
Yeah. But it was a decent little interview. Highly encouraged if you are a fan of Bleach or Jujutsu Kaisen or just fans of manga as a whole. Check out the interview. It was like it's a really deep, not I wouldn't say deep, but nice little thing
dialogue.
just to read and all of that. But we got to get ready to close this episode out, and we got 2 weeks of fucking clowns, G. Two. All right, man. So, clown of the weeks. I have a decent amount. First things first. Fuck Nike. Fuck sneakers at. Fuck. That vice president. Fuck her son. Fuck her husband. So me at this point I'm damn near a sneakerhead. Somebody who loves shoes, like own a nice pair of shoes. Like if I can afford it,
You
I'm
talking
gonna
about
get
the
it.
Nike vice president or
Yes, vice
vice
president,
president of
the
the
woman,
United
yeah,
States?
Ann Herber, what the hell her name
Oh,
is, and
okay.
her son. So pretty much it found out that her son, I forgot what the name of the damn company was, but he is one of the top resellers of the world. Outright. Just pictures of the kid literally with warehouses of multiple shoes, multiple pairs of Jordans, Yeezys, all of that. So I guess and lately journalists have been talking to resellers about, hey, tell about your business, stuff like that, you know. So I guess, and a lot of them really just sound like egotistical pieces of shit. Just be honest. And him being a kid, you just hear it. So I guess the journalist was like, yeah, so X, Y, and Z, and the kid outright kind of blurted out like, yeah, that's my mom. She's the vice president of Nike. You know, pretty dope. People sat there and was like, wait, hold on, for real? Oh yeah, she is the vice president. Oh, she oversees the sneakers app. Quick, if you don't know what the sneakers app is, the most toxic app of all time. If you trying to get any pairs of Jordans, limited edition Nikes and shit, that God have mercy on your soul, you about to get sunned. But point is, so this lady is over it. Her son, and she's the vice president. Her son literally is one of the bigger resellers in the market. Niggas start really digging deep now, and kind of found out that she was in on it. He's using her credit cards, all of that. Supposedly she's giving him inside information on when certain shoes go on sale, are about to get discontinued, so he could buy them in bulk as well.
Damn.
These niggas are about to go to jail. They're crackers, so they're not gonna go to jail for that long. But point is, This is
Did
part
they
of
get like a class action lawsuit or something?
it's a possibility. If somebody was smart, they would do that. But Nike has to do a lot of explaining in regards to this because your vice president and her son is in on the resale game. And the resale game is really nasty right now when it comes to these shoes. Extremely nasty. So, in regards to all of this, niggas are pissed. Very pissed. Even in the Carolina Blue Jordan 1s came out today. A lot of niggas caught L's. You thought that app was gonna get any better? No, it wasn't. But that's a fool on you. But point is this: the fact that literally resale has hit, the fact that higher ups and their kids is doing it is nasty, and it's really unfortunate because a lot of people who are really genuinely don't want to buy resale for shoes have to, and they're buying it off rich, spoiled ass white kids, probably some Middle Eastern niggas too, and it's unfortunate. So fuck Nike in regards to that, and get ready to hope you guys are prepared to take whatever L that's coming your way in regards to that. Next, you niggas that are lusting after a fucking Lola Bunny, you niggas are sick.
Oh, I saw that niggas was mad.
You
that
niggas
she wasn't
sick.
like in her original design.
You niggas
in the
are
first
lusting
Space Jam.
after a fucking rabbit, G.
That's some Carrot fans, bro. That's some Carrot fans.
Sick. Nasty. Love yourselves and do better. And same for you women lusting after Vision, but Vision at least looks more humanoid. But at the same time, that's just nasty in itself. Hurry up and get vaccinated outright, please.
And that's Wanda.
Hurry up and get vaccinated so you niggas can sit down and control your fucking hormones and go outside. Because this is getting out of hand.
Or just look up some porn, bro.
That too. And my final clown, and I'm going into more detail on this on Threes from the Ring. NBA, you are the more stuff I see from about All-Star Weekend right now is filthy out there, G. It's filthy.
COVID is having the time of his life, bro. COVID finna be like, COVID, it's time.
Look, man, it's gonna be a new strand of COVID. We already got the Brazil joint, we already got the African joint, we got the UK joint. We about to get the All-Star COVID strain, G. Get ready for that shit. Because this shit's about to be really fucking nasty right now.
Running through these streets like y'all niggas think just because it's a vaccine out here that I'm a bitch. Okay.
And y'all ain't vaccinated. Literally, I saw a video. It's a video. A couple videos I saw. One video where it's just niggas in a crowd and just nasty. Then it was a video of my half sister. My half sister's there in Atlanta for whatever goofy reason. Whatever goofy reason you're there, like what the fuck. But there was a video, I guess she saw Moneybag Yo in a car. That nigga was trying to get through in traffic. All I saw was a bunch of people in the way. No mask. Just COVID and vibes.
Is Atlanta one of the cities that got rid of the mask mandate?
They never freaking followed anything. They were the most open city damn near. So all I'm gonna say is this: the NBA can sit there and say, "Oh well, we told them don't party
precautions
and all of that." We at least the players are woo out the bam. No, they not. Now, when half the goddamn All-Star team is coming back to their teams next week and can't play, and you sitting there like, "Oh my God, why the fuck isn't Giannis, James Harden, Kyrie Irving not freaking suited up to play basketball?" You know fucking why. Because you wanted a fucking All-Star game in the most disgusting city in COVID right now. You didn't even need an All-Star game. Baseball didn't do it. The NFL of all selfish sports didn't have an All-Star game. Nobody watches the Pro Bowl anyway. But hey, Adam Silver, you're the best GM. My ass. COVID beating y'all ass. And let any of them All-Star players get sick. Let any of them get sick. Let any of them.
Especially when they got vaccinated, because this Brazil strand don't give a fuck if you vaccinated. It don't.
They sound like Brazilian UFC fighters, so it ain't no different. Those my clowns.
Hey, yeah, so I gotta watch this fight. So mine, the clown, gonna be real quick. It agrees with Chris with the Lola Bunny shit. What the fuck? That makes no entire fucking sense whatsoever. It is just a fucking cartoon. That's it. That's all. It shouldn't be any. Why is this? Why is that? Yeah, if niggas joking, of course, let's joke. But niggas really saying cancel culture is winning and shit like that because of a bunny that's should never been sexualized in the first place
In the
because it's a
first place,
goddamn
bro.
kid movie. Yeah, and people think cancel culture is winning because they cancel a bunny sex appeal on a kids movie. So yes, the fact that you're still lusting over a bunny, probably more than 20 years later, shows how bad and decrepit your brain is.
They
So
down
yeah,
bad.
have a wonderful day. That's it for me.
Real quick, DC, I want to. What was your thoughts on the Taite Kubo stuff?
I find people goofy to at any point if it's not like something racist or heinously bad. Don't question a writer or creator on how they view or how they want to write or draw their characters because it's their world. You can't control art. It's what I'm saying. I just found it a goofy reason, but I will say that what was it? I found it interesting that the writer of Jujutsu Kaisen says that he doesn't like drawing female women. I mean, female characters. It's because I love that archetype, the masculine women archetypes. I like Nobura. I don't lewd her because I'm not a degenerate, but I do like the archetype. So I just found it interesting that that's the one he chose to do, and he doesn't care about it. So I don't know. I think he would benefit if he. I think he'll benefit from embracing that, in my opinion. If I was to give him some advice, but who the fuck am I? But yeah, that's it. What I had about that. My clown though. I don't know.
You go ahead and
Yeah, I
clown
don't
them
think.
anti-Sanji niggas, G. You go ahead and do your thing, G. I know
Oh,
you want to
yeah.
let that frustration
Actually,
out.
yeah. You know what? I'm
You
gonna
was
say.
going
I'm gonna
through it
say.
last week.
Oh yeah. You know what? I'm gonna have my little rant. So, as a Sanji fan or Sanji tard, as I'm labeled, we don't think that Sanji's the strongest dude in the verse like y'all goof motherfuckers is. I just say that he's equal to Zoro because narratively speaking and how much I like him and how he's portrayed, he's literally the third dude in the series. So all you guys are saying Nami, Luffy, and Zoro is the trio, or Frankie is stronger than Sanji, or Sanji's not even fighting a commander, Wanji, uh, he's gonna fight Black Maria, he's not gonna be strong after this arc, he's gonna be four behind Jinbei, Yamato stronger. You sound retarded. You sound retarded. You're mad. You're the one that's a tard. You're the one that says Luffy over Zoro. You're the one that thinks it's called Zoro Piece. Three swords. You guys are the problem. It's not the Sanji fans. Because we trolling 9 times out of 10 if we say Sanji over Luffy. You guys are the problem. You're the reason why niggas don't want to read the story. Y'all the main reason why people don't like power scaling anymore. Y'all the reason why people think One Piece niggas is lame. Because we power scale off silhouettes, panels, and dialogue. That's stupid. So that's my clowns. Like if you're trolling and being funny, at least it's funny. But if it's not gonna be funny, then just please stop because no one's gonna read the story. I barely wanted to read it. Luckily, this chapter was cold, but that's just it for me.
All right.
Y'all boring shit.
All right, so for me, I just had another clown just pop. Like literally, I just looked at my news and a clown just popped up. Datrell probably know we fuck with. All right, look, like when I say like when I'm calling you a clown, I subscribe to you, fuck with your content, but the comment that you said, this comment because you put it out there, it's in the internet, so I'm going to react to your comment because I think it's dumb. My boy Rhyme Style G. This man said that this man said that in Dokkan Battle, the point of the gotcha game Dokkan Battle is to bring awareness to Dragon Ball and not to make money.
That's fucking a load of cap.
Nah.
Prime style. Now I know because he said I've worked with Bandai, blah blah blah, and all this other stuff. Nigga, a wigger, bro. Obviously, they're not gonna show you their corporate greed. Because the point of any business is to always present themselves in the best light possible. I know this because I work in corporate America for a living. I like the point of a guy, like, they're in the business. And like I always say on this podcast, business is in the business of making money. What the fuck? Awareness to Dragon Ball? No. If they wanted to
20,
bring
20 fucking plus years of
if they wanted
content.
to if they wanted to bring awareness to Dokkan, there would be no Dragon Stones. Every banner we could summon, like, they would hand out the Dokkan Fest units. Every time we logged in and there was a new Dokkan, I could log in right now and they would give away Goten and Trunks to bring awareness to Dragon Ball. Goofy shit. So I literally just saw this. Shout out to Reddit. Reddit just posted this comment of like, what the fuck is he talking about? Yeah, nigga, you dumb as hell for that comment. I fuck with you. Your Super Mario Maker Monday, that shit is lit. I like that stuff. But take your cap off. It's okay to speak negatively, or not to speak negatively, but to critique a company that you work for, because you're doing it in the service. When you critique something, it's not coming from a place of hate, it's coming from a place of love, because you want them to do better. But the gotcha market, especially in the mobile gaming industry, is a fucking toxic waste of, like, a toxic place. And Dokkan is amongst one of the, like, I mean, I could go into it. I'm not going to go into it, but Dokkan is among some of the worst in terms of like microtransactions and shit like that when it comes to their games. So stop capping for them, bro. We know you get that money, but stop capping, G. And then my other clown goes to the Democrats. I forgot this. I don't even want to say this nigga's name. So one of the Democrats, because they're trying to put out a 1.9 trillion dollar relief plan for the STEMI. And what some of the Democrats were like, "Oh, that's too much, bro. That's too much money, bro." So basically, they made Mr. Joe Biden. Notice I'm not calling him president because you fucked up, Joe. You fucked up hard. So for all my niggas going like, "Oh, you're a demtard. You're a demtard." Like, and I call when this shit stank, it stank, and this shit stank. So Joe basically said that like they reduced the 1.9 trillion dollar relief plan to like, I think like 14. I forgot the exact number, but it's like 14, 15 something $billion. Large number. What does that mean for you laymen? That means that some of you won't be getting your stimulus check. So, for some people who, and I mean, they broke it down to like, depending on certain tax brackets. So if you're within a certain tax bracket, you won't be getting your
stim. If you make over 80,000, if you single,
yeah, you won't be getting your stim. But I mean, still to the point,
I might not get mine either.
Niggas have, like, even like, if you but they're in a higher tax bracket, like, you don't know people's issues. Like, niggas got family, niggas got things to take care of. We still in the middle of a fucking pandemic. Like, that 1.9 trillion could have helped a long way. And the fact that you're restricting access to the people that voted you in the office because they were like, "Yo, you're gonna do something to fix our situation," and that was amongst one of the things that you were bragging about was the COVID relief plan, and now you're severely limiting that access to people. It's fucking dumb. So the Democrats, and then I think they also reduced for my college students out there. What does that mean for you? That means that some of you won't be getting that $10,000 student loan forgiveness.
That wasn't
Joe
part
Biden
of
was
it.
talking about. No, it was. I don't know if it's
I
part
thought
of
that
the
was
COVID. Like,
separate.
they were. Yeah, it's something separate, but like, they were also saying that there are going to be some students that are not going to be getting that $10,000 student loan forgiveness, which is fucked up. And then they also asked Joe Biden a question about if he wants to do the 50,000 because of the disparity between minorities and whites when it comes to college student loans, and he said no. I mean, he was very upfront about it, but he said no. So my final week goes to the Democrats. I have to get political up in this bitch because I mean, it affects y'all. I mean, y'all not gonna be getting a stimmy check, and some of y'all not gonna be getting that $10,000 student loan forgiveness when y'all need it. So it affects y'all.
And all I'm
So
gonna say
it
is,
sucks.
and I co-signed the clown mainly because they already approved it. But that's the thing. Democrats is kissing the Republicans' ass because they like, oh, they're not going to vote for it, so we need them to agree. Breaking news. They didn't give a fuck regardless.
Nigga,
So-
I thought you let out a big ass fart on the microphone. Like, bro, what the fuck?
Gee.
Gee, I thought you. I was like, yo, my nigga, what the hell? We
Well,
ain't this type
the
of
fart would have
podcast,
made
bro.
an impact too. So what difference does it make? But either way, the point is the Republicans still didn't. No, not a Republican voted. So it didn't make a difference either way. Point is this: you niggas need to stop thinking about them Republicans. Do what y'all feel is gonna be right. Get your 50-49 vote, and you straight. And y'all straight. Plain and simple. Stop pussing out to these damn Republicans because, fun fact too. Donald Trump said, hey, stop using my name. It's an article I read today where he says cease and desist to all Republicans and any of they shit. Don't use my name. He ain't fucking with y'all no more.
He really don't. Trump does not care about y'all, G. But y'all made a golden statue of this nigga for CPAC. And y'all was joking about calling CPAC T-Pac. Y'all steady capping for a man who does not care about y'all. That is wild.
He was about to let y'all be packs. Backwoods. But hey, that's a different subject for a different day. But yeah, man. So thank you guys for listening to Black Otakus of the Culture. Yeah, it was a long episode to be that way sometimes, but we took a 2 week
We was on break
hiatus.
last week, so
So hey, we had to make up. But we appreciate you guys for listening, especially if you listen to all 3 freaking hours of this shit. We appreciate you guys. Loyal, you faithful. Greatly appreciate it. Make sure you copy some You Tweaking Media merch on Teespring. Make sure you follow us on all DSPs, whether it is YouTube, like, comments, follow, subscribe. If you're on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, make sure you hit that follow, subscribe button as well. It's all greatly appreciated. Follow us on Twitter at the Black Otakus. Like the Facebook page, You Tweaking Media. We greatly appreciate that as well. Thanks for listening and peace.
Jonna.
Peace out.